Yo, what's up, guys? What's up, chat? Oh man, it's exciting times. Exciting times. It's like we've gone back in time, actually. As if, we never left 2021. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. It's like I'm feeling it's deja vu. Somehow, Ethan Ralph, he's reconnecting. He's reconnecting with old sector buddies. He's cool with Baked Alaska again. He's cool with Lulz again. He's simping for Nick Fuentes again. He's getting affiliated with barely legal, mentally deranged women again and getting them pregnant. And Mr. Vickers is also wasting money trying to destroy him once again. It's like we never left. It's like we're back in time. How's everybody doing today? Don't forget all my stream VODs can be found. And actually, hold on, let me show you the playlist before we get started. I always want to make sure you guys know where the playlist is, just so you guys don't get lost. Because I've been having a bad habit, I'm not gonna lie. I've been having more people keep asking me, where did the stream VODs go? You just delete them? No, I put them all. Where did I put that? It's right. It's always so hard to find because I got like 50 playlists. Got 50. It's right. Dang, where is it? It should be. Did I delete it? It's actually harder for me to find it because if you guys go to my playlist, it's right there. It's right there in the. What the fuck am I doing? I'm retarded. It's literally right here. I can just click it. It's literally right here. Okay. Right here. This is where all the stream VODs go. Okay, right? This stream is going to go here after we're done. Okay, so Mr. Vickers made a comeback. And, oh, wait. Before we even get to that, this happened. So, Linus Tech Tips. Yes, this is the actual Linus Tech Tips. He decided to join the Kiwi Farms specifically to talk shit to a specific user there. I've taken the extreme step of joining to let you guys know that the quality of your recent fanfics has really dropped off lately. And frankly, I'm disappointed. The quoted post is not bad. It's got a couple key elements, like stuff I never said and stuff I never did. But what the fuck is this? I hope he doesn't fuck up his mouth bullshit. I shouldn't have to tell you guys how to milk lol cows. The edge that I've come to expect is completely missing. Here are some helpful suggestions. He sounds different. Need to go much harder at the impact of my appearance and enunciation. Need something about being cut by my dom wife. Need more speculation about my failing business. Something about desperation. Complete lack of slurs. You're anonymous and there's no consequences. You know what you want to do. Man, that is very... Like, there's a Redditor out there who they learned about this on Reddit and they posted it and they started calling him a Chad. They start saying that, oh my God, he went to the Kiwi. He's not even afraid. He's not even afraid to go and confront him there. And it's like, dude, going to the Kiwi farm, first off, it never goes well. Whenever a lolcow has ever posted within their own thread, it's always gone badly. Because what you're doing, right, you're signaling to everybody in the thread that literally everything that they say about you in the thread does bother you, that it is getting to you, that you're paying attention. Now, from now on, whenever anybody posts in the thread, they're gonna post with the intent of really fucking with you, because they know that you're gonna read it. They know that it touches a nerve, right? This is the equivalent. You break up with a chick, right? and then like one random night you text her about how you've already moved on and you don't care about her, you don't think about her, you already got a new bitch. If you actually didn't care, you would have already forgotten her number. You wouldn't call her. If you didn't care, like, you wouldn't go to the Kiwi Farms, you wouldn't post all this bullshit. You wouldn't do this, right? This is terrible. This is terrible. This fucking thread, this thread now is gonna break 4 digits easily. It's already at over 600. It's gonna last for another 600 pages. This was a terrible idea. What you need to understand, I don't understand, because this guy, he's not like some boomer or some sensitive zoomer or what. He's like a dude who's been on the internet forever and who knows tech shit. He should know that first rule of the internet when people are talking about you is you don't feed the trolls. The worst thing you could do is go and like address your trolls or detractors' criticisms head on and feed them. That's the worst thing you could do. And with that, that brings us to Mr. Vickers. The good, the bad, the vicious. It's been almost 2 years. Almost 2 years. But he's back. He's back after all these years, guys. And man. So will the stream get flagged down by Vickers? Well, geez. He might. I don't know. He says he's going to pretend like he doesn't even know who I am. He's going to pretend like he doesn't know what's going on the internet. This is really a cope stream. This is a 2-hour-long cope stream that didn't need to be made. This didn't need to be, this was unnecessary. I don't know why he decided to do it, especially do it in the way that he did, but he decided to. Oh wait, there is one more, there is one interesting thing that did come out of this. Apparently, shortly before Mr. Vickers went live, Ethan Ralph sent him some legal papers, and it's like 80 pages or some shit like that. Like, he sent him like 80 pages worth of legal nonsense related to the latest lawsuit situation that they're both entangled in. You know, so we're gonna hear about that. This stream's going to get shut down again. We'll see. I mean, we'll see. I look forward to it. Honestly, I feel like he's more likely to shut down this stream VOD. He's more likely to unlist it or private it than he is to try and strike down the stream, honestly. Anyway, after a long hiatus, we're finally back. We're finally back with the good, the bad, the vicious.
Anyway, she's a little shy.
Oh, wait, hold up. I want them all to introduce themselves. Look how he has the exact same layout. The exact same layout. Nothing has changed, right? It's literally the exact same as when he left, right? Complete with Ralph's mom just burning in hell at the bottom here.
And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a special, probably one-off episode of The Good, the Bad, and the Vicious. How the hell is everybody doing? I'm doing fantastic.
He's hyped. It
seems as if I've just been...
He's hyped. He's hyped. He's hyped, guys. He's been looking forward to this for a long time. I don't know why he's been looking forward to this, but he has.
Some legal documents from our very own Ethan Ralph, which I will not be covering during this show because, let's face it, it's more fun when I know what's in them, and it's always...
Because that would be retarded. Because you shouldn't do that. Because you really shouldn't. If you're not a law tuber, you really shouldn't be covering your legal nonsense, right? I know a lot of people do that for content, but generally, it's a bad idea. Unless the person who you're in court with is just really, really fucking dumb and they have a bad lawyer. And I would say that for Ethan Ralph, that would be true if Ralph wasn't like 40-0 against Vickers in court.
Guaranteed to be funny. There is nothing better than a Ralph legal filing. They've proven entertaining to the very end, and I'm sure this one will be too. Anyway, let's get on with this because I want to be done in under 2 hours, and this is...
He failed at that.
We had a lot of stuff to cover.
Well, no, I guess he technically didn't. This is like an hour and 50-something minutes long, so technically he didn't fail.
Me today, straight from hell. It's how I know that Sandra Ralph is there because obviously she worships Satan. Mistress Vickers, how are you?
Hey, y'all. Ave Satanus, Hail Satan.
Oh, this is hell Satan. This is the Satanist. This is the Satanist that Vickers was cheating on his wife. Well, he says he wasn't cheating. He says well, we'll get there. We'll get there. But this is the mistress I was talking about in my Vickers documentary. She is replacing his wife on this program.
Thank you for joining us today. My Lord and Savior, Satan Christ, appreciates your presence.
See?
Hail Satan.
Yeah, see? So clearly a Satan worshiper. It can't be hidden. Anyway, she's a little shy. She's not here to get famous, but in the event that she wants to bring up a beef that she has with...
Why is she here at all then? I mean, I know you're here to get famous. You've always been... Trying to get famous has always been Vickers' end goal. He can say whatever he wants about trying to do... No, it was about... defending my daughter, defending my family, destroying the gun. No, it was about you trying to get internet famous.
Some of
you
our
wanted
people we're
clout,
talking about tonight. That's why she's here. Also joining us today on his 21st birthday of the drinking age. Not that he needs any booze to sound more retarded. Second eldest, the better, the more superior Ethan. Ethan, how are you?
Thank you for really hyping me up there.
Okay, so that guy, I know that Vickers was saying, oh, he can't be any more retarded, right? Like, he's trying to play it. No, his son, his 21-year-old son, who, yes, he is also named Ethan. So Faith Vickers, not only did she get pregnant by a dude who's basically just her dad, like, looks like her dad, but also his name is Ethan, just like her younger brother, right? So make of that what you will. So his 21-year-old son is taking the place of Faith on this program, right? He's got to stand in for Faith, and he's got to stand in for his wife. That's what he came to the program. He couldn't come here by himself, right? He couldn't just come here and give us all the tea and whatever by himself. He had to get his two co-hosts on.
Oh, Papa. Yeah, everybody starts singing happy birthday to me in the chat. You'll do better than my mom did last year.
Better happy birthday than an in tower. Anyway, moving on. All right, so it's been... like shit, 2 years since I've done this, and it'll probably be 2 more, like I said, unless some legal documents are really hilarious.
That is so, like, he's just admitting that, yeah, I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, I might be here for another 2 years. I'm literally just going to be here doing the same old shit forever. Chasing after Ralph's tail forever. Bringing up the same drama you guys have gotten tired of in the past 5 years forever. Just log off, nigga.
So, yeah, everybody knows, divorce, that first year, 2024, sucked. Old Vicious Vickers did not have a good time. And then, because it was like a partial divorce, and we were kind of trying to stay together, and anyway, long story short, second year's been great. But some people lost their minds, some people decided to accuse other people of...
It's been great, guys. You know, I'm getting divorced. My ex-wife, or soon-to-be ex-wife, or whatever, she accused me of rape. She made friends. She repaired the bridge between her and my greatest nemesis of all time, who gunted my daughter. Everybody knows that I'm a retard who destroyed my business, and that I'm hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, and my house is or has already been foreclosed on, and that I was having an affair on my wife with a Satanist. But, you know, it's been going good besides that, guys.
Rape in front of their children. And
what?
So I was told. And then it turns out some other people decided to go tell Ethan Ralph that I was a rapist. And that's right out of Ethan Ralph's own mouth. We're going to be covering that in his little 8-minute video that was really, really
Is
damning
there
to
a
his
better
friend.
definition of an
we'll
A-log than
some
Vickers?
of the...
No, I really can't think of anybody who better embodies being even Anthony A-Law, even the dude who the internet term A-Law comes from, the dude who A-Lawed Christian, even he wasn't this bad. This dude has actually his life. I went over in the video. He's pretty much already ruined his life and his family's life before his daughter was ever impregnated by Ethan Ralph. But he like cemented it, and he broadcasted it to way more people than it ever needed to be, right? Like, there's a butterfly effect from the first good, bad, and vicious stream to me making the documentary, right? That never would have happened had he just logged off after Faith came home.
I want to cover Ms. Couch's, my ex-wife's fundraiser because
I'm sorry, Cooch. Maybe
Couch.
Please pronounce it correctly.
I'm sorry, Ms.
Here for
Cooch.
the audience.
Ms.
Thank you.
Cooch's, her fundraiser because I wouldn't be doing this show if it weren't for that goddamn fundraiser, which we'll get there. We'll get there, people. Ask for money if you want to ask for money, but don't ask for money trying to ride the coattails of fake victimhood, because that's exactly what it is. But like I said, we'll get there. All right. Let's go over, and I'm going to, like I said, I'm out of practice, and so I'm going to be kind of all over the place, but we're going to start right off with...
He says out of practice like he was ever that good to begin with. He's always been terrible at this. Nobody has ever watched his show, right? Like, the amount of people, right? How many people? We got 180 people in chat right now. Wow. That's probably, I think that's actually a higher number than Vickers has ever had concurrently watching him, right? Like, he's never been anybody, despite all the time and all the effort and all the money he's put into being a streamer, right? So him saying, I'm out of practice, dude, you've always been shit.
With Ethan Ralph's great video that he posted on Twitter, which was, of course, covering this fundraiser. And let's just go over some of this stuff, because this is what happens when a motherfucker can't keep his mouth shut. He does stupid shit that either harm him or harm his new best friend. So here we go.
He projects a lot. Vickers always projects when it comes to Ralph. He always does it. He can't help himself. He doesn't have the self-awareness to understand, to realize that he's staring into a mirror right now, right? Like, Ralph is just a slightly younger reflection of himself, but he doesn't get that.
First off, hello from Tennessee.
Hi.
This is a more serious video.
Oh my.
You saw I put out a GoFundMe for Ariana Vickers.
How did you put it out? Anyway, I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Can I say something really quick?
Oh, I got a shout out? I got a shout out from Nick Diorio. Really? The fuck did that happen?
And by golly.
I had to transcribe this whole video, and it drove me damn near insane.
Oh yeah, this has been transcribed for 2 different court cases. So yeah, he's the gift that just keeps on giving.
Yesterday, I don't usually...
Wait, what? What?
I had to transcribe this whole video, and it drove me damn near insane.
Why are all of your children involved in your legal shit? Like, as soon as his other kids get of age, Vickers is gonna get them involved in this cycle too. He will literally get every single member of his family. I mean, the mistress is here now, so he gets people who aren't even part of his family involved in this one-sided feud at this point with Ralph, right? Because Ralph wouldn't beef with Vickers if Vickers wasn't beefing with him, because he has nothing to gain from it at this point. All it does is waste money from him, which is what Vickers wants. Vickers, he wants Ralph to waste money. He wants him to destroy himself. And I don't know, he doesn't realize that that's not going to happen. Ralph isn't going to. If Ralph could destroy himself, it would have been done by now, right? As many brick walls as Ralph has run into, he would have already self-immolated by now if he was capable of doing that. He's just gonna keep running face forward into brick walls for the rest of his life. You're not gonna do shit, Vickers, right?
Oh yeah, this has been.
But no, he's just gonna get his whole family involved in this war he has with Ralph that's gonna last forever.
Transcribed for,
or at least until Xander is 18.
2 different court cases,
or at least until one of them is dead. You know, one of those.
Oh yeah, he's the gift that just keeps on giving.
Yesterday, I don't usually promote GoFundMes. I don't have my own GoFundMe. I have a obvious battle going out in California with her husband.
Mind you, when he put this video out, there were no court cases that involved me and Ralph. None. Zip. Zilch. That's the level of stupidity we're dealing with here. He doesn't even know who he's fighting.
Same person who's torturing her.
Well, you know, in Ralph's defense, that's a weird phrase. But in Ralph's defense, he probably just assumes, Ralph probably just presumes at this point that he's always in some sort of legal battle with Mr. Vickers, right? It's like, it's on the safe side. It's better for him to just assume that Vickers is just like doing some vexatious shit and is taking him to court because, I don't know, he stubbed his toe wrong, than it is for him to assume otherwise. Yeah, Vickers probably has me in court for some bullshit this year.
Torturing. Yes, do I make sure that I'm nowhere in her presence? Absolutely. And I guess that could be torturing when you've depended on a motherfucker for a quarter of a century to get your food and do your laundry and make sure the kids are fed and, you know, sit around while you're suffering from every medical ailment known to man. But yes, it's me torturing her. I understand.
And nothing of this is going towards me. I have my own money to fight this.
Oh, Diorio watched my Dark Viper doc. Oh, that's pretty cool. Did he like it?
Son of a bitch. But
I mean, he must have liked it if he sent people over here.
Fight me on what? There was no goddamn case.
Malgus87, thanks for the $2. Do another video on RTU's flip-flop political takes. Oh, there'll be RTU content next year, definitely.
she's struggling with health issues. She's become a really good friend of mine.
You guys are my best friends, through thick and thin. We've always been together, we're four of a kind, having fun all day, palling around and laughing away. Just best friends are we.
Touching.
She happens to be the grandmother to my son. Now, unfortunately,
That's the masterful art of streaming that Vickers, he said he's out of practice. He's really at the same level as when he left.
she's been completely cut out of my son's life. Her mother was cut out of my son's life.
And whose fault is that? This is where we're going to get into why these two people. I'm going to try to be nice. I am not here, by the way, to attack my ex-wife. That's not the purpose of this. The purpose of this is to set some shit straight.
That is literally the purpose of this. He has multiple agendas this stream. One of them is resuming his one-sided feud against Ralph. The other one is talking shit about his wife. The other is just, I don't know, trying to get internet famous again, right? Like just trying to rekindle the flame. The other is reminding us for the 8,000th time that his daughter got gunted by Ethan Ralph, and he spread the video. Well, he didn't spread the video over the internet. Technically, Ralph didn't spread the sex tape over the internet. Technically, he sent it to one dude while that dude was streaming, and because the link was visible, people from the Kiwi Farms archived it and saved it. And then everybody saw it.
But let's talk about why.
But no, you still did like spread the sex tape.
People get cut out of
It
people's lives.
happened.
And every time, everybody, Ralph included, my ex-wife included, blame me for cutting people out of other people's lives. They just further go to show those parties how little they're paid attention to and how much they're ignored. Oh, I didn't really do anything wrong. It's Vickers. It's my ex-husband. Man, pay attention to the fucking people.
Excuse me. Dcogs8856, thanks for the $5. He has no coins. He's centless. He sure is.
Who are
Coinless coin merchant. That's what Mr. Vickers is.
cutting you out of their lives, and you will understand why you're being cut out. No one made you share pictures of your son, you stupid idiot, which you weren't supposed to do. You did that because you got drunk, snuck on the bottle, and became the typical dipshit that you always are when you can't stop drinking because you're fucking weak. And that is why you're hiding in Mexico, and you're always going to lose because you can't even defeat a fucking bottle.
What do you mean you're always gonna lose? Dude, you're literally Mr. Vickers. Vicious Vickers is the only person who Ralph doesn't consistently lose to. Ralph would be like 8,000-0 against life if it wasn't for Mr. Vickers. Just constantly picking fights with him all the time.
Can't defeat
What do
an
you mean
inanimate
losing,
chemical object.
bro?
How the fuck are you going to defeat an actual person?
Matthew Vickers has convinced his offspring, I'll just leave it at that, to lie about her in court.
What lie? What lie have my offspring told in court? It's all
Do
been
you know
covered
what I've
live.
said in a court of law?
Do I know? I mean, I've read what you've written. Mind you, everything that was written by either myself or Better Ethan, second eldest, or by Faith, anything that was written with them was uncontested by their mother. Uncontested. She filed no response. All she did in open court was say,
Okay, so let me explain why she uncontested it, right? Because if she would have contested it, then that means that would have resulted in some further legal fuckery, right? And that would have she would have been brought into, which is what he was actually doing, right? It was actually a trap. It was a trap that Vickers tried to set, but somehow his wife is actually better at this shit than he is. She decided not to contest it because her lawyer told her not to. Because unlike Vicious Vickers, his wife understood that, man, I should probably get a lawyer. She probably saw those battles. She saw the 999 legal battles that her husband lost against her alcohol-induced grandson's father. And she was like, well, I don't want to end up like Matthew. Let me actually get a lawyer and I'll just take their advice.
I didn't do anything wrong. Well, that's a matter of opinion. You didn't do maybe anything illegal, certainly. But if you didn't do anything wrong, then why are people trying to get stay-away orders from you, right? I didn't do it. I told, in fact, Ethan, it wasn't until we found out she was talking to Ethan Ralph that I said, go ahead. Because you guys wanted to do it beforehand. And I said,
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I've been behind the scenes way more. Like, everybody
you
calm down.
advised against it.
Yeah.
Until after
Yeah.
she started posing a true danger to my safety, Faith's safety. It's
Anyway,
just not lying.
again, not here to shit on the ex-wife, but some things just are what they are.
Yes,
Continue.
you are.
It's crazy.
And also, a 50-year-old woman who's been medicated and who was suffering from all these maladies for years. None of you guys could handle that bitch. Like, none of y'all can make her sit down or make her take her meds again. Or at least just stop her from chimping out, really? Like, you got a grown-ass man and another grown-ass man, 21. Your 21-year-old son, is he really that weak that his 50-something-year-old mother with all these disabilities and was on medication for so long, is he really so weak that he can't, like, I don't know, stop her from destroying the house or putting Faith in a chokehold or anything like that?
She's one of the best women I've known in my life, actually.
Rewind 2 years ago. She's a pedophile. She's giant. Every fucking sling and arrow that he could come up with against her, that's what she was. Now, she's one of the best women that he's known in his life. Why? Because she's being nice to him. And why does my ex-wife spend time trying to convince my two minor
I mean, yeah. It's like, here's the thing about, like, Ralph is, I said it before in my documentary, he is, and you see a lot of these dudes in the South, he is of that classic Southern temperance where he's very big on his own honor, and he will get involved in terrible, terrible situations that could lead him destroying himself because he feels personally aggrieved by something. But he's also very quick to just, like, accept somebody's apology if, like, they say, hey, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I said that your mother was burning in hell, Ethan. I didn't mean that. That was rude. And he'll just say, oh, okay, if you say so.
children that I'm worse than Ethan Ralph?
Also, he probably wants to fuck her. Like, he probably does want to, like, sleep with his baby mama's mama. That probably is part of it, too, right?
Because he's nice to her. Because to these two people, nothing matters other than if the other person is being nice to you. Well, if they're nice to me, that's all I need. It doesn't matter what kind of person they actually are or what they're doing or anything else. It only matters what that person's getting from the other at the time. That is fucking crazy.
And we got to be friends.
Ethan Ralph. Yo, what's up, Matt? Ethan Ralph blocked you because you said he was fighting Riley over mint salad. Man.
And, well, they didn't like.
Sorry?
You guys are my best friends.
I wouldn't doubt it, honestly. I mean, I doubt he would, like... I mean, he's chosen worse women. He has definitely, like, fought over worse women than mint salad, so I wouldn't be shocked.
Okay, moving on.
And because she apologized for some.
Honestly, if Ralph and Riley got into a rematch, right? If they ran it back, I'm putting money on Ralph, right? I feel like Ralph, he's not healthier, obviously. He's like, if you ever saw Ralph's organs at this point, that shit must look heinous, right? But I feel like he's kept himself better over the years than Riley has. So I will put my money on Ralph in the rematch.
Things that they said about my mother on air and burning her in effigy and all that.
Help! Help!
I seen it. She's there.
And Matthew Vickers, convicted elder abuser.
Convicted elder abuser now.
Elder abuser.
I gotta go find this conviction. I am unaware of being convicted of anything.
He didn't deny the elder abuse, though. That is true.
Convicted sex offender Ethan Ralph? Oh my god.
He is being sued for screwing some old man out of $120,000. That is 100% something that's happening. He stole $120K from some old man in silver, right? Like, he just took the silver. No, he took the money and then he never provided the man with the silver. Or maybe is that he took the silver and he never provided the man with the money. Anyway, this whole man's saving, his entire retirement is gone because of Vickers, and he's currently in court for that.
He just needed something
He isn't convicted, though. Ralph got that wrong.
to call you out on a conviction, since you have something to call him on a conviction.
Oh yeah, and by the way, I'm not going to discuss with anybody who brings it up the ongoing case in Placer County. Why? Because the other party's not making it a public spectacle like the two people I'm currently in court with.
You're
All his
making
money,
it a
and
public
she
spectacle.
divorced him because of that, because she didn't want to be associated with that. And
Narp. If she told him that, that's a lie, and if he's saying it, that's a lie. That's not enough for defamation, but we'll get there.
he raped her.
That is.
As a result. And it's my firm belief, based on what I know, that he did rape his own wife.
That's Ralph's out right there.
That is.
As a result. And it's my firm belief, based on what I know.
You know, that's his out. It's my firm belief. You know, based on what I know, based on what I've been told. It's my opinion based on what other information has been conveyed to me. That's how Ralph is getting out from a defamation case. Is that technically he's not putting it out there. He's just, you know, giving his take based on what somebody else put out there.
That he did rape his own wife. And so...
See, Ralph was almost smart as Ralph can be in the beginning when he said, oh, she didn't tell me anything. I read it in his legal filing, so it's free game. My legal filing only said I didn't rape her and said she accused me of rape in front of my children. That's not enough to go, I believe. But now he just steps up and he just makes it even better. Let's continue.
He doesn't like me saying that. He knows where to see me.
No, I don't. You're hiding. I'm not going to go Mexico looking for you.
Give us the mailing address, motherfucker.
Right?
Everybody knows where Ralph is in Mexico. Just, you know, he's in some fucking crack shack. Find some hut. Find some random hut with some Maker's Mark empty bottles like out in front. There's where Ethan Ralph is.
There's a guy, he talks so tough. Mind you, the only time we were in really close proximity to each other was in a courthouse, and he thought for some reason that I would be able to stand the smell and get on an elevator with him. He threatened to call the police if I got in the elevator with him, people. Hard. Him so hard, man. He's Memphis tough.
But I started the GoFundMe because she talked about her endometriosis, and she's had health issues her whole life.
That's true.
Oh yeah,
and,
the streets.
You know,
are
I don't know if we can...
Ralph is doing that. Yeah, the streets are saying. You know, I've heard around the block. You know, I've heard on the grapevine that he's a rapist. You know, that's what I heard though.
Hit it or whatever.
Didn't look like it.
But it's definitely personal for me, and the same thing that's trying to be done to me to take my child out of.
Oh, here we go, chat.
My life and all that is being done to her because she shares minor children with Matthew Vickers, and he's been doing everything he can to take them away from her.
Motherfucker. If you guys knew the shit that I did to make sure that that is not what is happening, right? I have had that opportunity multiple times. If anybody read my ex parte filing for emergency custody, so that we could do the kids, on the kids' request, by the way, who are coming to me saying, things are getting too crazy. Things are getting too crazy. We don't want to go back until XYZ happens, which included anger management. I had the ability. The judge said at the ex parte hearing, based on the filing, she was going to grant it.
Why are you telling us all
I'd already come to an arrangement with her attorney, and her attorney, who, the first 6 months made me want to go fucking bonkers. He's much more reasonable. He's much more reasonable to this is not what I'm going for. When I filed my original domestic violence restraining order against her, I said...
Why are you telling us all this? We don't need to know any of this. You're just, telling this to us. So what? So you can, combat the narrative that Ethan Ralph is putting out? Bro, nobody cares. Nobody would even know. See, it's already nobody knows about this. I'm actually broadcasting this more than it needs to be seen by more people than need to see it, right? Are being broadcasted just because of this. You could just leave it alone and nobody would care. But you just need to bring your family business out for the world to see.
In the order, and I told her when I filed it, and I told her attorney right away, this is the only recourse I have, right? You can't file.
So who cares if I don't know, Ralph is saying that he heard that you raped your wife? So only people in the sector know, and will they actually care?
A civil restraining order in California, if you've been married to the person, hell, even if you've been dating, it has to be a domestic violence restraining order. But as soon as I did it, I'm fine with a mutual stay away. I had to file that because she kept threatening to come over here, right? She kept threatening to just show up and act crazy and yell and shout. And so I said, I can't have that. Can't have that around, especially if and it was after she had already called the police, right? And said that oh, he assaulted me 5 months ago. She hasn't said that she called the police. It could have been anybody. Oh, it could have been a mandated reporter, guys. Mind you, that call from the police came the day after I finished this.
And it was her GoFundMe. She put it up, but I heard about it, I'll say, and I decided to promote it. I put $300 of my own dollars in. Somebody else put in a little bit.
What a fucking baller.
Of money.
Wait, I'd like to mention, he said earlier that he made the GoFundMe, and then proceeded to say that she made the GoFundMe.
No, and I believe she created it because, according to other sources, she had been talking about creating a fundraiser for all her woes.
Oh, yeah, I should have
talked to me about it.
Yeah, well, there you go.
About this.
Oh, we'll get there. I'm going to cover that next.
Today, and I hate to even bring this up because it's such a good week, and I'm back home, and
he's back home. His home's in fucking Mexico, man.
A great time on the filming and production, and it's kind of off.
I got more plans.
Kilter, but I just want to explain the situation, what he's trying to do to her. Take her kids away.
Nope.
ruin her life.
Nope.
I mean, take your kids away. It's like, I don't know. Would that actually be that much of a? I don't know. If I was in her position, I would just start a new family. Because she seems the type. She seems, even in her 50s, she seems the type to just like want to have kids all the time. I would just start a new family. Just fuck them. None of them are good anyway. Like, none of those kids are any good. I mean, look at this nigga. Look at this 21-year-old Ethan, right? And the way he sounds. Look at Faith, right? That's just, I don't know, it's just a waste of a tree.
Put her in the ground.
Waste of
Definitely
a bloodline.
Nope. He's already had her cut out of my son's life.
Here we go again. I've had her cut out of his son's life. I'm the one who's responsible for that. It's not at all. Faith cut contact with her mother.
Why would we not believe that you did that? When that's literally what you did to Ralph. It's literally, you went all Machiavellian, super villain with your plots on how you're going to get Ethan Ralph out of his son's life forever, right? Just concocting all of these schemes and shit. Why would we not believe you're doing that right now to your ex-wife, who you hate, and who you say is falsely accusing you of raping her?
In July of 2024, when her mother and I were still seeing each other and still trying to fix the marriage and everything else, I kept going back to Faith and saying, man, she's your mom. You got to try to work things out, yada, yada, yada. And Faith's not on because, of course, she has a little Xander to take care of. But she would vouch for that. I kept, stupidly, in my opinion, trying to...
Who cares if your kids vouch for you? Like, all of you are dishonest. None of you tell the truth, right? This is just an unreliable narrator trying to push his own narrative that another unreliable narrator is tried to push against.
Make this work. No one's been more about trying to keep the parent-child relationship, even if the husband-wife relationship fell apart, right? Still their mother. But you know what? They're grown children. They're adults now. And there's a limit to how much they're willing to put up with. And I understand. I've been there with my parents back in the day. We reconciled. Never had a problem with my mom, but my dad was a heavy drinker, and I gave that up for a while once it destroyed his heart. Listen up, Ralph. Listen up. My dad made it to 62, and he was lucky to have made it that long. Congestive heart failure hit him about,
Oh, okay. So it's like, we now have confirmation now. We now have confirmation that literally both sides of Xander's family, Ralph's and Faith's, have always been white trash. Just like two bloodlines of just the worst, just like low-class white people. Just somehow found each other and they've converged onto one. Man, that little kid, man, he's got to fight. He's got some family demons he's going to be fighting for the rest of his life.
5 years before that, and he just drank beer, man. How long do you think you're going to last, bro? With that hard liquor getting poured down that raggedy gullet. I don't know. Probably not long. But then again, the mighty cockroach.
Like Faith, as soon as she turned 18, like her genes demanded that she go out and she fornicate with some dude who resembled every man in her family, right? Just a combination of them, right?
Marches on.
Even her 88-year-old grandmother has been cut out of my son's life.
Let's talk about that. Well, hang on.
Despite the fact that my son lived with that 88-year-old grandmother for the first 2 or 3 years of his life.
That is true. And again, the person who cut the 88-year-old grandmother, who I'm still very fond of, and haven't spoken with her now in over a year, and it kind of sucks because she's a nice person, but I'm not going to try and torpedo the relationship.
Who do I think will live longer between Ralph or Vickers? That's actually that's a tough question because they actually there's not that big of an age gap between them. Ralph is only like 6 or 7 years younger than Matthew Vickers, which, ill. Faith has always gone for older guys, including guys who were in their 20s when she was still like a high schooler or whatever, right? Apparently the dude who she is getting married to or got married to is one of those guys who was like perving on her when he was in his 20s and she was still like he was like above legal age and she wasn't. And I don't know, big Vickers over here, Vicious Vickers, Papa Vickers, he's just cool with that. So she's always had terrible taste. Between which of them will die first, I don't know. I really feel it's a coin toss
between my ex-wife and her mother. I'm just not going to do it. But Faith tried again to contact her grandmother, Xander's great grandmother, and just made the conditions. I want to talk to you. I don't want to talk about mom. I don't want to hear all the stuff that mom is saying. I don't want to hear all the stuff that she's saying about dad. So if we can just do that, fine. And she couldn't do it. It kept coming back to, here's all your mother's woes. And if anybody's been around somebody, and I was for a quarter century, who is pretty consistently negative, right, is usually talking about what's wrong with themselves, with other people, with the world.
Okay, I actually know. I've known people like Vickers who like have his mentality when they hate when people, they say people are negative when really they're just trying to be real with them, right? Like his wife, I've had people, they've had delusions of grandeur. Their life was in tatters. They were in tons of debt. They were making terrible life decisions. And just they would have somebody around them who kept it real. And they would tell that person, man, why are you being so negative? How come you never have anything positive to say? Because I'm trying to tell you something because you're destroying your life. And here's what his wife was probably doing. She found out how bad. No, she's always seen how badly Matt here, Vicious Vickers, was running the family business, how terrible he was with their finances and shit. And she was always like, Matthew, don't do that. Come on, Matthew, don't do this. Matthew, what is all this money going for? Don't we have any savings, right? And then eventually, this is what led her to crash out. It was a combination of her finally breaking down after she found out just how cataclysmic their finances actually were, that they were literally hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt and on the brink of losing their home. And also she stopped taking her meds. And those combination of events probably did cause her to go a little crazy. Like, I don't blame her. I don't blame her for trying to beat her husband's ass.
When that shit gets
that's a very understandable, justifiable crash out.
Ramped up to 500, which it did pretty much, gosh, November 2023. November 2023 is when it just started getting, just everything was, I'm stressed this. She was screaming at people because she was going to have to do all the work with her mom's knee surgery, even though everybody else did everything. Just random stuff like that. And it got worse and worse and worse. And it just gets to a point where you don't want to deal with that. Sorry, Victor, in chat, I'm not paying much attention to chat, you guys. Sorry. Quick question, Mr. Vickers. You see the documentary on you.
How do you not? Oh. Well, first off, how do you not pay attention? His chat. Wait, hold up. I can pull up the chat right here. It's right here. It's right here. His chat. You guys can't see it. Let me show it to you guys. Well, hold on.
I'm stressed this. She was screaming at people because she was going to have to do all the work with her mom's knee surgery, even though everybody else did everything. Just random stuff like that. And it got worse and worse and worse. And it just gets to a point.
Like, how do you not? There's barely anybody in chat, and they banned a lot of people, including King of Pole. They banned multiple people, but how do you not know? How do you not keep track of this chat?
You don't want to deal with that. Sorry, Victor, in chat, I'm not paying much attention to chat, you guys. Sorry. Quick question, Mr. Vickers. Have you seen the documentary on you from Mickey? No, I have not seen any documentary on.
Oh, he hasn't seen it. He hasn't seen the documentary. He doesn't even know what he's talking about. Documentary on me? What? No, what? I don't know about a documentary.
I'm sure.
I mean, if you put my name, hold on, let me see a test real quick. Let's just real quick. We're gonna go to Google. Vicious Vickers. Okay, let's see. Okay, we got the Twitter account. That's not the real Vicious Vickers. We got his podcast. We got his Kiwi Farms page. And oh, look what's here. The father who went to war with a locust. Okay, let's say we go to videos. Maybe. Oh, look. Uh-oh. Well, you know what? Maybe it's not that bad. I've already cleared my history. So let's see. Oh, shit. Oh, no. I'm the first result. Have you put Vicious Vickers into literally anything? But he doesn't know, right? He hasn't been on the internet long enough. He's been unplugged, guys.
It's fascinating, though. I'll have to check it out one day. If you, Victor, if you have, I think you have.
He's never going to check it out. He is never going to watch that shit. Because here's the thing. He would probably watch it if it was just the stuff about his daughter getting gunted. Because he actually doesn't care. He almost revels in reminding people about that from time to time. But the problem is, I end up going into his financials near the end, and he really doesn't want anybody to know about that stuff. That's the thing that really gets to him. But you start going into the fact that he's hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, that he ran his coin shop business into the ground, that he's a scammer who's been scamming ever since he became a coin merchant. He had like 2 books. And he was, to be fair, the dude he bought the shop from was also a scammer. It was scamception, scam on scam violence. But he also 100% scammed that one old guy out of $120,000, right? Like, he's just a piece of shit. He wouldn't want people going into that. So yeah, he's not gonna watch the documentary.
X, Twitter, whatever it's called now. You can DM me.
Wait, what?
Sure, it's fascinating though. I'll have to check it out one day. If you, Victor, if you have, I think you have my my X, Twitter, whatever it's called now.
Whatever it's called now. I hate he does this king of pole shit where he tries to pretend like he doesn't know. Man, guys, I don't really understand what's been going on in the internet lately. You know, I've been busy with like real life shit. You know, guys, I don't have time for all this internet stuff. He's one of the most terminally online people ever. He's been more addicted to the internet than most of the people I've covered, including the people with actual internet careers. There's no way. I know for a fact that he lurks and stalks his own Kiwi Farms page. There's no way he doesn't know who I am. There's no way he hasn't like seen at least part of the documentary. There's no way he doesn't know about the drama that's been going on these past few years. Past almost 2 years he's been gone, right? He knows. You can
DM me. Yeah,
he's
please.
playing dumb.
I'll link it in here, yeah, and I'll go back and get it later. Anyway, let's get through this video.
That's the type of cold person Matthew Vickers is, and they
The coldest, motherfuckers.
paint me as a monster.
No, you paint yourself as a monster, bro.
And, you know, I've done some bad things,
Yes, you have.
but I've done nothing on the level of what he's done.
Right, your level's way,
I don't
way
know
higher.
about that. I don't know about that, Ralph. I don't know about that one.
Way worse.
He's evil. He's tried to ruin me for years. You see where it got him. But he's trying to ruin his ex-wife.
Notice how he didn't have anything to say about that, right?
He's tried to ruin me for years. You see where it got him. But
Very quiet on that part. Didn't have anything to say because he knows it's true. He's been trying to destroy Ethan Ralph for over half a decade at this point, and it's been for naught. He's ruined his life more than he's ruined Ralph's, and that's amazing, right?
he's trying to ruin his ex-wife now.
Because usually Ralph gets in a feud, Ralph gets in a beef with somebody, he ends up like fucking his own life up without the other person doing almost anything.
How? What am I doing?
26 years. And she's a friend of mine. And
Oh, every time.
You guys are my best friends, through thick and thin. We've always been together.
Okay, sorry. Every time.
I consider her a good woman, and I see what's being done to her, and I don't like it. And I also remember he tried to dox all these Anons. He's not a very popular person, but I just want to tell you a little bit of the story, what's going on here. And again, I know this is not entertainment. This is not a Ralph rant. This is
I like how he assumes anything he does is entertainment at all.
just me telling you what's going on. And again, I don't usually promote GoFundMes. I don't know if she'll get the goal. She needs emergency surgery, and she's got all these legal fees. He's suing her for defamation, which he tried to sue me for defamation once. I hope he tries again.
Got your wish.
But
What a dumbass, dude. He's so stupid. This is one of the dumbest it's crazy how actually, because it's to the point of mental illness. It's to the point of pathological problems, right? It's not just low IQ is a part of it, obviously. Everybody involved in this drama, Ralph, Vickers, Faith, Ethan, the mistress, Ariana Vickers, pretty much Xander's IQ is probably on par with almost every adult who is involved in this drama that his existence is the centerpiece of, right? But the problem with Vickers is that why would you keep trying to go to court with Ralph? This isn't going to get, you're not going to get anything out of this, dude. No money. You're not gonna get any like legal consequences for Ralph that you really want. Nothing is gonna come from this. You're just wasting money that you don't have.
because I firmly believe what she told me, by the way. So
There it is. Firmly believe what she told him. Oh, with friends like these. That is why this episode is called that. Because she's already defaulted. I've already won the lawsuit. I have no idea how much I'll get awarded. And it's not about that because I'm not going to go and try and drain all the bank accounts of my kid's mom when she has to take care of them half the time anyway. The point is, I have 4 sons in this world that need to know that it doesn't matter who it is.
Man, those dudes are cooked. Like, here's the thing, right? We all understand that the boys need father figures. But what are your chances in life when Matthew Vickers is your father figure? That's almost worse in a way than actually not having a dad at all.
It is not okay.
I genuinely believe that Faith would have been better off had she grown up in like a single parent household with just her mom, right? Just growing up in a single parent household with just her mom, living off benefits and shit. She would have been better off.
To call somebody a rapist when you've never had non-consensual sex in your fucking life. It's not okay. And when I tried to settle this outside of court. Everything I've ever done, I've tried to settle outside of court first.
Oh, LTG dad, 100%. Like, if I'm going to have a Vickers father, I would just rather he not be around, period. Just go away. Don't even come around, nigga. Don't even come around.
Which we'll get to when people start talking about me weaponizing the court system. And nope, they refused. And so here we are.
Because he's not a pillar. Like, the point of a father, the point of a patriarch is to be like a pillar of a family. Is to be there breaking people up, keeping shit stable. He doesn't do any of that. He's brought nothing but drama to his family. He's lost all of his family's money, right? Like, there's no generational wealth. There's no generational wealth for the Vickers clan. They're fucked, right? Xander's on his own. Xander's gonna have to start from the bottom when he gets old enough, right? So he offers nothing. He offers no wisdom. He offers no masculinity. He's a complete soy boy who's obsessed over Disney and spends money on Legos and shit, right? So, I don't know. There's no point to Vickers being in any of his kids' lives because he's done nothing. He hasn't even raised them properly.
And try it, Matt. Matt.
By the way, when you're trying to show malice and somebody's talking about how you're evil and Fat Matt, and they have a personal grudge against you, there's a reason that he deleted this video after a day, people.
But, just a little background on the GoFundMe. I don't usually promote stuff like that, but Ariana is a really good woman, and it's a shame what the scumbag Matthew Vickers,
no malice, has
done to her life and is attempting to do to her life. And I fully support her in this endeavor. I put some of my own money in there. It's not for me. I didn't start a GoFundMe I have legal battles with the same person, man.
No, you don't! Where are they?
No active legal battle going on.
Yeah, at the time. Yeah, now you do. I doubt very much, by the way, it'll get past.
This is why he said it. This is why Ralph says I have active legal battle. He just presumes. He just assumes. Well, I'm probably in some legal battle with Vickers that I forgot. Right? You just always assume it.
Discovery. If it gets past discovery, I'll be shocked. There's no way in shit it's going to trial. If it goes to trial, I'll be quadruple shocked. But that's just understanding of the civil suits.
Hey, Abigail, what's up?
Who is controlling somebody else. So it's not for me, but I put 300 of my own. Somebody else put 200. If you could chip in 5, 2, whatever. I'm not this type of guy to promote GoFundMe, so this is not my specialty. But she's a good woman, and he's an truly evil person. He's the most evil person I've ever met in my life.
No malice.
This is why the Satanist is fucking him.
Ooh, spicy.
Hello?
Sorry,
son.
Oh, shit.
And
Thank you, Mom.
I don't say that. I don't say that lightly. And so if you can help her, I said match me, bros. I threw in 300. If you could throw in $2, $3, whatever, because it's really serious for her. He wants to see her in the ground.
No, I don't. That would be fucking awful. You know what I would love to see is I would love to see her get the help she needs. She has a definite addiction to sympathy. And
I hate the concern trolling he does, right? Like, I hate that shit. It's like, just be honest, bro. Obviously, you want to destroy your soon-to-be ex-wife who accused you of rape and allegedly beat your ass. Obviously, you want to destroy her. Just be honest about it, bro.
And attention that was filled for a long time pretty much by me and by everybody else as she suffered all these medical maladies. I don't know how many were real now. I don't know how many were fake. There's some that are unquestionably real, that I saw and, stuff that you can't fake. But I would love nothing more than for her to be able to live a happy, normal life without me for the benefit of her kids. The problem is, no matter what.
No, he doesn't.
This whole me not being able to be in the same room as her is going to last forever because I can't be around somebody who's a couple pills away from calling me a rapist or an abuser or whatever. And we'll see when we go over her DVRO filing just how off the fucking rocker things are and what she considers to be abuse worthy of filing a DVRO.
Was she really that reliant on meds just to be, man, I mean, if this is true, let's put it this way. If this is true, if she really is just that completely unstable when she's not like zombified by medications 24/7, then that explains a lot about why Faith is the way she, like, here's the thing. She descends from alcoholic white trash on her father's side. And on her mother's side, she's just inherited all this mental illness, right? Just the worst combination, right? And then her son mixes with Ethan Ralph's lineage. Boy, that kid is
is saying, you know, I didn't grant the temporary
good luck, Xander. Man, good luck for you, man.
I think this is kind of a waste of time. She's like, okay, but I got more. Because she doesn't just...
Rosie lucked out. See, Rosie, she only has to worry about being like half horse.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
And
Also,
you know,
it's also like
And that could actually be pretty cool. Because, hey, look, man. Pantsu was pretty athletic. I ain't gonna lie. She was pretty athletic. She was pretty strong. You know, those horse genetics, they're pretty...
how
She might end up being an Olympic athlete in the future.
when Faith was going through her stuff, you know, all we wanted was for her to get help and come back.
She was actually taller than Ralph.
And given the similar patterns I'm noticing, we just want her to get better and get the proper help.
Right? It would be nice if on, you know, your 22nd birthday, and that's the sad part about this, folks. Here we are with our first son, and when I say our, I'm talking about Ms. Cooch, excuse me, and I, our first son, his 21st birthday, and there's no contact order, right? She can't tell him happy birthday because that's how extreme things got. There would be nothing better than for that to change, right? I can't be at a, you know, we'd have to do 2 birthday dinners probably, because again, I can't sit down across the table from her, and I'm sure, you know, we've
Oh yeah, one of Faith's ex-boyfriends did become trans, right? Just like like here's the crazy thing. Here's a crazy coincidence about Ralph. He's the only guy on earth possibly that this is the case. So, he gets with Pantsu, right? He steals her from Digibro. After he cucks Digibro becomes trans and he starts calling himself a woman and starts calling himself Trixie the Witch and shit. Before that, he got with Faith Vickers. And he cucked her ex, I actually forgot what his name was. His name was also Riley. It was Halfway Crook, right? He cucked the Halfway Crook. He's the guy who received the sex tape from her on stream and shit, right? And that dude, he ended up becoming trans a little while too. So Ethan Ralph Buck broke the minds of 2 dudes by cucking them and turning them into women. Ralph is the only person on earth who can possibly claim that.
In the last year, we've been face-to-face one time, and it was fine, but it was because our 7-year-old got hurt and bumped his head at school and, you know, had to have some stitches.
It could just be a coincidence. But it's odd that it happened twice.
And everything else. But I'm limiting that like as much as possible because, yeah, I believe the woman's an actual risk to my freedom. Anyway.
Yeah, sorry, just going to jump in here. Nobody defended her and loved her and supported her, as far as I heard from him from the very beginning, more.
This bitch right here is a complete home wrecker, by the way. We're going to get to it, but she's a total home wrecker.
And it makes me sad.
Keep your face in the microphone. There we go. That's better.
I'm a noob. I'm a virgin.
Anyway, and this is coming from for people. I'm sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. I'm probably talking out of turn. I really would have loved if. I mean, I tried to be her friend.
Yo, Vickers versus Games. Hey, thanks for sending my dot to him. I'm interested to see. Maybe he really hasn't seen it. Maybe he will react to it. We'll see.
Really liked if this could be fixed.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know, Mistress Vickers, she's been a friend, a good friend, a platonic friend, up until now, to the whole family for...
Nigga, you actually expect us to believe that?
20, I don't know, let's see. Faith was 3 months old or 6 months old when we met?
It's been a while.
At the bank.
Like 6, I think.
She was like 6 months old. So in Faith's 24, so like 23 and a half years, Mistress Vickers has been our friend, and despite some of the theorizing out there, no, we were not having an extramarital affair at any point. We worked together for 1, 2, 3 banks, and she worked for me for a little, me and Ariana.
Okay, so you have this woman who I've known for over 20 years. She's been a close friend of the family. I've worked at 3 different banks, literally. You guys know what a work husband or a work wife is? You know, you have those, you have coworkers. You have a coworker who's like your work wife or your work husband. That's basically what Mistress Vickers was to Matthew Vickers for 20 years, right? While he was away from his wife for like most, because she was like a stay-at-home mom, right? He was around her and this woman who he ended up with right now. And we're to believe that in over 2 decades, Nothing happened. Nope. Nothing. I mean, they're fucking now, but it's just a coincidence.
Technically for about a year.
Yep.
That I can also confirm because that motherfucker let me use his iPad all the time.
And then it just so happened we were both having the same kind of issues at the same kind of time and realized, hey, we kind of like each other. So yay. But that's as simple as it is. There's nothing untoward or weird or bizarre going on about it. And the person who knows this more than anything is Ms. Couch. But I don't know who she's spinning to what and how she's spinning it. But, obviously she's not happy with the situation.
What? Wait, hold on. What is that?
Or bizarre going on about it. And the person who knows this more than anything is Ms. Couch. But I don't know who she's spinning to what and how she...
Yeah, you just admit that you were fucking your mistress. Your wife's... It doesn't matter anymore. Well, he probably doesn't want to do that because it probably won't help with the legal case, right?
She's spinning it, but, obviously she's not happy with the situation.
Because then if you say, well, why did she crash out? Well, she crashed out because she found out that they were $300,000 in debt and their house was being foreclosed on, and he had been lying about all the finances, and she found out that he was cheating on her with a Satanist. That probably would sound pretty bad, so he's probably not saying it for that reason.
Whoops. I got off that damn video. Here we go.
Broke it.
Go, man. Go, Ralph.
Fix it.
What the hell?
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, he broke it.
What is going on here? Look at
He's
that.
no longer the good, the bad, and the vicious. He's just the
fucking
bad.
boomer. That's
Not
weird.
vicious anymore. You're losing your aura.
All right. Well, anyway, it doesn't really matter because that video goes...
He's so shit at this, dude. All this stuff. He's been doing this longer than me. Vicious Vickers. Matthew Vickers has been a content creator longer than I have. I've been creating content for like 3 years. I've been streaming for maybe 2-3 months, right? He's worse at this than I am.
Goes on and he like repeats himself.
And he was talking about, I've been, I haven't been out, I've been out of the game for a while. I'm out of shape. No, dude, you were this bad even back then.
4 times, and there's more best friend stuff.
Fuck, we don't get to hear him go. I love Ariana.
Oh yeah, god damn it! Here's what I'm gonna try. Chat, because that's true.
My favorite part.
That is a really good part. I won't lie.
Yeah, just close it, bring it back.
I'm gonna close it and bring it back.
Unplug, replug always works.
Like I said, it's been 2 years.
It's at least
First off, hello.
Oh, okay, it works again. It works again.
Really evil person. He's the most evil person I've ever met in my life, and I don't say that.
Right, imagine saying there's no malice. He's the most evil person I've ever met in my life. Oh, Brian, get the fuck out of my chat. If you're going to sit there and just shit.
Oh, yeah, that's when King of Pole showed up, right? I don't think he shows up in the chat. I think it's because they
theories I've ever met in my life.
Banned him so he won't show up in the chat. Let me see. Maybe he did. Hold on, let me see.
Right, imagine saying there's no malice. He's the most evil person I've ever met in my life. Oh, Brian, get the fuck out of my chat. If you're going to sit there and just shit it up with your stupid theories and your wrong numbers like you always have, just leave, man, because Ethan's going to keep on banning you. You're just wasting your time, bro.
I haven't banned him. I just deleted his message.
Oh, just ban a dipshit.
Okay.
He's so
he got
stupid.
banned.
He's
ban
almost
Brian.
as stupid as Ralph, but very few people get that.
Brian, no.
Don't say that lightly. And so, if you can help her, I said match me, bros. I threw in $300. If you could throw in $2, $3, whatever, because it's really serious for her. He wants to see her in the ground, and
honestly, what what Vickers is doing on this stream is basically what Brian does all the time when he just comes back to the internet that he's been paying attention to the whole time while he's away from the internet. But then he comes back and pretends like, oh, I don't know what's going on. I got real life shit going on. I'm not one of these cretins who just stays online all the time. Like, stop playing this game.
She's got enough illnesses. He might get his wish, but he won't see me in the ground. I can tell you that. And I won't stop fighting him until the day I am in the ground. And there's a story about how we became friends, me and Ariana. One
You guys are my best friends.
day, hopefully soon, I'll be able to talk to her about that with the rest.
I'm telling you guys, I really do think he's trying to fuck Ariana. Like, for real. I do think that's like part of the long game. I do think it has something to do. I definitely believe it's because she was nice to him and apologized for what she said about his mother. But I also think he's trying to smash. He's trying to smash his baby mom's mom.
To you, because it's a story of how people can be so at war and settle it, and move on because of common familial connections. Well, they didn't want that. They wanted me out of my son's life, and so they punished her, and then, he raped her and all this stuff. And
there it is again.
No, I don't believe it, guys. I actually don't believe that he already smashed Ariana, because I feel like Vickers would be crashing out way harder than he is if Ralph successfully gunted both his daughter end his wife. I feel like he would actually he would seppuku. He would end Hero. He would end it all, right? He'd just fucking kill himself if that happened.
You can read the GoFundMe for yourself, but the videos.
Let that be a lesson to you, Mistress Vicious. Don't get along with Ethan Ralph or you're gonna get raped.
Wait, by you?
Yeah, by me.
Oh, I'm gonna go get along with you from Ralph.
Yeah, don't talk to him.
It's getting a little long, so I'll stop it here. This has nothing to do with the kill stream or
So I stop it here, but let me talk about the same shit for another minute.
productions or anything like that. I've had a great time. I hate to even do this, but you know, she's in a tough situation and she's up against a real scumbag. And
No mouth.
Yeah, this is all Ralph's fault. Like, let me say, Ralph's fault. This is all like downstream from Ralph's own actions. Yes, he did do this to himself. Like, literally, here's the thing. Literally, if he hadn't have sent out the sex tape, he would probably have to deal with Vickers to some extent, but Vickers wouldn't have gone all scorched earth against him like he has for the past half decade. So yeah, this definitely is just all downstream from Ralph's own retarded actions. But it'd be like that, you know.
I love her. And
I love it.
That is kind of insane. That is kind of insane.
she's up against a real scumbag. And
No malice.
I love her. And
Oh yeah, he gonna get in there. He's gonna get in the walls. He's gonna find a way.
I love it.
He wants it bad.
That's my
That was
birthday
good.
gift right there. Getting to hear that again.
Oh my god.
Feel the love in my
He's trying to make another demon spawn. He's trying to
soul
do
right
it.
now.
And he wants to go through the same bloodline.
God, what
Not
a,
even just
what a
me.
moment.
It's-
We could just not come together. And oh god, let's just
Give Xander a brother and an uncle.
let's just hear it again.
or anything like that. I've had a great time. I hate to even do this, but you know, she's in a tough situation and she's up against a real scumbag. And I love her. And
Holy shit.
See my new mama. Oh god, what do you think about that, Sandra?
Man who.
Yeah, this actually is insane. It's insane that it's come to this, right? Like, if you would have said to anybody in the sector that this is how this drama would have evolved over the next 5 years, they would have been, so wait, let me get this straight. So not only has Vickers failed to destroy Ralph, right, he's basically ruined his own life with all these frivolous legal battles, but his wife is leaving him. Ethan Ralph is trying to fuck her, and he's on her side. Mr. Vickers is currently with a Satanist who he was probably like banging for like the past 20 years behind his wife's back. Are you serious?
Who totally released revenge porn of her daughter, by the way.
Yeah, right.
Remind everybody.
I love
It's crazy that this is the longest running drama arc within the sector. This right here, the Vickers Ralph feud is it's the soap opera. It's the sector soap opera.
I love. Yeah, everybody forgets that. Not everybody. I think we all fucking.
No, we remember it. No,
Oh,
everybody
God,
in that
Pepperidge
chat
Farms
remembers it. Come
remembers.
on, everybody here is cool.
God. All right, here we go.
I like that. She's a great woman and he's an absolute piece of shit.
No malice.
And I'll never stop fighting. So thank you for listening. I'll post this above the GoFundMe. Maybe it'll help, maybe it won't, but
After I go on for another minute and a half.
I got things to do here in Tennessee. I'll be with James Evers tomorrow. I'm not going to talk about this really probably again until I get back, but I think there may be a conversation in the works perhaps between me and her.
Oh my god. Please make my life so much easier.
Is that what you got emailed with?
No.
You
it's-
plan?
Yeah, there's like a declaration and a motion and a memorandum or something. So it might be a countersuit, which is just going to tickle my funny bone, but we'll find out. Either way, behold me and the amount
It's crazy how he still doesn't take Ralph as like a threat in court, even though Ralph has beaten his ass so many times.
of worried I am. Other than
Right, like he's still, every time he goes to court with Ralph, he always walks in there confidently, as if he's the one who's 40-0.
I don't even want to be making content, but this is like my kind
Nigga, shut up! Oh my
or
god.
something. So it might be a countersuit, which I am. Other than I don't even want to be making content, but
You absolutely, like, you've been yearning, dude. He's been yearning for an excuse to get back on the mic, to get back on YouTube, to get back in the thick of this internet nonsense. He's wanted this so bad. He loves this more than he loves actually, like, running a business or taking care of his family or not being hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. That's why he lets everything go by the wayside just so he can talk about this. He wants so badly to be on the internet again.
But this is like my kind of content.
You know those dudes? Okay. You know how like you have like niggas who just, they love the streets? Like, it doesn't matter how much money they get. They can literally win the lottery. They can win like $1 million, $2 million, $3 million. They're gonna like just buy up the most expensive house in the ghetto they can because they don't want to leave the streets behind. That's what Matthew Vickers is. He doesn't want to leave the sector. He loves the sector. I don't know anybody who loves the sector more than Matthew Vickers. And it's crazy because he like actually has shit in real life that he has to live for. And he just puts all that shit on the line so he can just get in stupid internet fights all the time. It's crazy.
I'm the only one who covers it accurately. Oh, God.
On the show, not necessarily about all these topics, but just about how all this came about and we became close. But that's my story. And thank you for listening. Thanks for the guy already chipped in. I may chip in some more myself, actually. But anyway, thank you so much for the support.
Oh, he's trying to chip in.
But,
he's trying to chip in. He's trying to chip into something. Maybe not the GoFundMe. He's trying to chip into something with Ariana.
Sorry the video's so long, but it kind of needed to be. So I'm going to go out. I'm going to hang with my uncle and my aunt and James Edwards
This
tomorrow.
was the most surprising thing, right? Like, I went through a little bit of this stream. This was the most shocking thing I heard from it. I'm going to hang out with my aunt and uncle. I literally didn't know that Ralph still had relatives that were alive. I thought that all of his relatives except for Xander were dead. That was actually a plot twist for me.
We're going to do the Memphis stream. It's going to be great, but I just needed to say all this. And Matthew Vickers, I know where you're going to be. You're going to be in hell.
No malice.
Literally, that's where you're going to spend your life.
How am I going to spend my life in hell? I mean, I'm dating a Satan worshiper, so I guess, but...
We gonna be having an orgy with your mama.
Oh, please, no, God, no. Oh, God.
For ultimate revolution here, okay? Not for practicality.
See, she's a freak. That's how you know. You know Vickers was smashing. You know he was.
Or for what we actually want.
Fucking Satanist freak bitch. And he was absolutely fucking, they were working at the bank together. 100%.
Do.
You almost made me throw up. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I did. I think I'm
God, you're gonna have to get another restraining order against another mother. What the fuck's wrong with you?
I'm gonna go in the back entrance just to see your daddy.
Now you gotta add back entrances into it. God, you're vile.
Oh, you know it.
I don't know why they're obsessed with his mom so much. Sandra literally did nothing to them or Faith or anything, right? Like, he literally just goes at Sandra to hurt Ralph's feelings. This is why I don't understand why he keeps saying that, I don't know, calling Ralph out for maliciousness. Nigga, you're malicious. You hate Ralph. You want him to suffer.
And I may be there too. I don't know. But you better hope I'm not. You
Because you'll hide in the elevator and threaten to call the Satan police?
better hope they send me to the other place.
They won't.
Because if I'm down there with you, it's going to be truly hell.
No malice.
Salute. Thank you, everybody.
They're not only freaking off on the podcast, they're freaking off on the podcast while his 21-year-old son is there too, right?
Oh, salute.
Daddy's
big
getting
guy.
angry, kitten. Daddy's getting angry.
Okay.
Now he's talking like him too.
Traditional good, bad, vicious. After that, I need to, as the old term I believe used to be, take a vicious. So I'm going to wrangle off to the bathroom and be right back. Ethan, give us your thoughts. Mistress Vicious, chime in. I'll be right back.
What the fuck do you want me to say? I don't have the attention span for this. I've been destroyed by technology throughout my youth.
He has his father's personality. What a shame.
His bladder my guy.
He has his dad's personality.
Yeah, but his bladder is putting me on the spot. I'm not going to improv. That's the third eldest job.
Go get him.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
go
just so you know, my dad's not like... Oh, what?
To say we need you to entertain people and be brilliant for 2 minutes.
All right, we're going to skip past
Box
this.
and not understand what's going on.
All right.
So little they know. That's okay. You can be in your hug box and not understand what's going on, and we all forgive you. All right. Let's move on here. Let me check my show notes because I actually had to make notes, blah, blah, blah. All right, we're going to move.
Show notes? Like, what do you need show notes for, bro? Like, this isn't an actual This isn't an actual program, dude. Like, here's the thing. I don't need show notes. I've done shows with show notes, but only for, big shit, right? Like, the Nick Fuentes Gay Moments tier list. I had a couple notes for that because I was having to get through a lot, having to go through a lot of clips and pull up screenshots and shit. I got another stream I'm planning on Monday. It's gonna be another big stream, and I'm gonna have notes for that too, because it's like it's something that's probably gonna. It's like it's a big thing. Something like this. What are you really talking about?
Well, we're going to talk about Ms. Couch's fundraiser here.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, there's nothing I.
Oh yeah, I could 100% see Vickers' son turning this into an intergenerational feud, right? Where Ralph just beefs with every member of Matthew Vickers' family until Xander becomes 18.
Pay more than falsely using services provided by those wanting to help souls in need when you do not need. So
Yeah,
especially for Christmas gifts.
Yeah, I think
you
we're
know,
all bent out
from
of shape about
nonprofits.
that one. Bear with me, folks. Aaron, like I said, still.
Boomer.
I think that is the whole thing. All right. So let's read through this real quick. I am the mother of 5 beautiful children. True. Grandmother to 1. Also true.
Nick spraying that old bitch with mace, that wasn't on the list. It was a gay moments tier list, right? Not a Nick hates women tier list, which is actually an idea I could do.
For most of my adult life, I've battled serious chronic health conditions. Also true. At 22, I was diagnosed with severe endometriosis. Very true. Which meant I needed 6 laparoscopies and several courses of medication just to have my children. Okay, so let's correct this. I don't think she meant it this way. She did not have to have 6 laparoscopies just before she could start having children. She had laparoscopic surgery to ablate, I believe is the term, to ablation of endometrial tissue that would kind of go around and stick to...
He's actually going to read this in like totality. It is like... I don't understand what compels him to put this out for the internet to see. And this is why, right? The only motivation he could have for putting out this business right here is to destroy his wife's reputation and make her look like a lying piece. There's no other reason. He'll say that, oh, I'm not here to do that. Well, what other reason is there? Because the only other reason is that you're just addicted to talking about your family business on the internet, which is also true. So it's like, what is it? Are you just a retard, or are you trying to hurt your ex-wife? Soon to be ex-wife.
And outside bladder and everything else. And yes, that was usually necessary before she could have a child, but it was never done.
So it's one per child.
It's one per child, but it was never done. It was never done like, oh.
This is actually kind of insane, though. Let's see. I'm the mother of 5 beautiful children and a grandmother to 1, right? So this is how you know. I mean, I don't want to put it out there. I don't want to put it out there that only trashy white people have lots of kids, because that's not true. But I will say that just like, I don't know, there's this thing, you notice this in society. People who are on the lower socioeconomic scale are for some reason the people who like to have kids the most, right? Now this is subverted sometimes. Like people who make a lot of money, like the Amish, will not make a lot of money. Like Mormons, rich Mormons still have a lot of kids. Amish people have a lot of kids, but the other white people who have a lot of kids are usually just like, you know, trashy white people, trailer park white people, you know, like how niggas, you know, black people don't have as many kids. The people who have the Shaniquas, who have like 57 children, those are usually the ones who, like, you know, they come from the hood and shit. Black people who grow up in like upper middle class neighborhoods and shit, they usually have maybe 2 kids. They don't have above replacement rate children, right? So I see this. I see her having 5 children. That already tells me a lot, especially she has all her mental issues. She has all that mental issues that she's passing down, that all of her 5 beautiful children and also probably her grandson have inherited.
It's time to have another baby, or...
Honestly, it just seems like she's just like a mess. It actually looks like she is not. It looks like she's just she just has terrible genetics, okay?
Especially as they make this sound as I'm sure Ralph tries to make it sound, that I was going...
Oh yeah, Catholics also. Religious, if you're religious, you can be religious and have a lot of kids and also be like of a certain high socioeconomic class.
Your only job is to pump out kids, bitch. Get a laparoscopy so we can have another baby. No, that wasn't it. She was in pain. That's why she was in pain from the endometriosis, needed the laparoscopic procedure. Having the laparoscopic procedure, then yes, did make it easier for her to get pregnant. But the truth about the pregnancies are we planned the first, we planned the second. The third time she was actually on birth control and she got pregnant, and that was William's predecessor, but that was a miscarriage. So after that one, we planned for William.
You didn't have to tell us about the miscarriage. I mean, you didn't have to tell us about everything. You didn't have to tell us about the bitch carriage.
After that, she was told she was never getting pregnant again. Gideon was a surprise, the fourth one. And then Thaddeus was a plan between the two of us. And she enjoyed being pregnant because when she was pregnant, she felt better. I think we've talked about this in previous shows that have been lost to the ages and will continue to be lost. But as one of her specialists explained it,
you're the one who made them lost. You're the one who got rid of them. You're the reason we can't see those old episodes anymore. See, people learn this show right here, this episode, it has been archived because people already know that ain't happening no more. The only way you can go and find those old Vickers episodes, you got to go to Rumble. You got to go to Rumble and you got to look up like a Daimyo or DJ Axel reaction stream or a Spectre stream or something like that.
From the fetus, cortisone, I think cortisol is some kind of steroid cream. Cortisone from the fetus would pass through the placenta and get to her. So it would have kind of neutralizing effects to what they were never able to identify as whatever autoimmune or autoinflammatory. Okay. Anyway, I make no secrets that she had a lot of health issues.
You should make some secrets.
And if she didn't, then she was using the bejesus out of me as a slave. But yeah, she's not a healthy person. So yeah, no qualms with that. While I'm deeply grateful for each of them, the many surgeries and years of waiting for a hysterectomy have left me with significant scarring and adhesions. Now I'm also facing several fibroids that can cause severe pain, anemia, and constant disruption to my life. The bleeding is so severe that I've been told to come to the ER multiple times a day. Now, that I can't vouch for. That multiple times in a day has not happened while I've been around.
Okay, so basically she had a bunch of kids, right, including a miscarriage, and it like fucked her body up to the point that she had to be on meds forever in order to make it stop.
I have no reason to doubt.
And like, what she was on meds for so long, she put herself in like some med-induced psychosis. And when she finally came off of them, she like looked around and she saw what was going on in her life. And she saw the state of her life, the state of like her family's finances, and that her retarded husband had lost the house, had put them hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, had lost the business and shit. And she just lost it, probably.
I've seen her bleed a ridiculous amount because of the fibroids. What I don't like is when she blames me, as she had in Talking Parents after the divorce, blamed me for her second fibroid. It's my fault that she got it. This is the part I start to take umbrage with. On top of my health struggles, I was forced to file for divorce due to my ex-husband's abusive actions against me. She wasn't forced. We both discussed it, and I filled out the fucking paperwork for her to file. She didn't fill out that, I was about to say abortion. Is there shit going on? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not claiming to have been perfect in all of this. Far from it. But I'm not a rapist, and I never physically abused her. Those things just never fucking happened. And do you think that if I was a rapist, that I would actually take it to court and sue somebody for defamation? No, I would just...
I mean, it's happened before.
Be glad that...
You wouldn't be the first one.
I wasn't under arrest.
And you've taken people to court for retarded shit before, so...
And charged with rape and going, whoo, man, I hope she doesn't tell anybody else like the police. She could just tell the kids and it'll be okay. No, it's because specifically I've been nothing but a fucking gentleman all my life.
See, you know, maybe he really hasn't watched the documentary because he's like unaware that we all know that that's not true. We know that he has a history of being a scammer. We know that he scammed some old dude out of his retirement. We know that when he first got his business, his coin shop business, he scammed the original owner. Like, we know this. We know this all to be true, right?
Women all my life. And I say one woman and now a second woman. Yay!
A second woman, he definitely hasn't been fucking on and off for the past 20 years. Absolutely.
She was high school.
Him ending up with a woman that he's been in close proximity to, who he has had a close relationship with, who's been basically his work wife for the past 20 years. Just a coincidence.
Well, sweethearts.
He doesn't have a knife against her back right now, right?
No. Anyway, so she was not forced to file for divorce.
And see, this is how you know his son is dumb. Because if he had any sense, if he was a man, he would know, even, let's say everything that Vickers is saying about his wife, his soon-to-be ex-wife is correct. His son, his 21-year-old son should go, Dad, you really, really shouldn't put this out there for the internet to see. Dad, yes, I know that she said that you raped her and that Ralph said this. You still shouldn't do that. That's not going to help. It's just going to make things worse. We shouldn't be putting our business out there like that. You shouldn't be doing that. But instead, his dumbass comes on here and he goes along with it because he has his dad's personality.
I helped her fucking do the paperwork. In fact, we gave it to Ethan so that Ethan could serve me with the divorce paperwork.
I did serve my papa with the divorce paper.
Right?
I was extremely
all three
on
of us,
my mother's side for the longest time.
Well, it's not even that you were on.
Say.
It's not even that you were on her side. It's not like I didn't know what was going to happen.
No, I'm never on anybody's side. What I am is I'm on the side of whoever's acting.
I mean, you're on your dad's side right now.
Reasonable, and currently, papa acting more reasonable than mama.
Yeah. Well, the point is, this was a planned thing. We knew it was happening. I filled out the paperwork. I gave it to her. She handed it to Ethan. He served me. We're in the same room. That's your forced
a lot in group chat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is a family. This is a family that just sees like their life as content, right? They're the poor man's Kardashians. They want to do what the Kardashians do. I mean, really, when you think about it, though, they are the poor man's Kardashians, complete with one of them having a sex tape. Right? It's just they make no money and nobody outside of us knows who they are.
That's your forced to file divorce.
They're the Kardashians of the sector.
Oh, God. Because I spoke out, he's retaliated with a civil lawsuit and is weaponizing the courts. Bull fucking shit. I've never weaponized the courts. Not once, not ever. I've always tried to solve it outside the court, and I did with her, too.
I'm sorry, what? What?
Yeah, that's your forced to file divorce. Oh, the courts. Bull fucking shit. I've never weaponized the courts. Not
what? Bro, that's egregious. That's actually ridiculous. Does he actually believe that? Does he actually believe that he's never weaponized the courts before? There ain't no way. Dude, what do you think? You literally tried to sue 50 John Does because you said that they were giving you ailments similar to PTSD because they were making fun of you on the internet. What do you mean? What do you call the 50,000 times you've taken Ralph to court over some frivolous nonsense? What do you mean? Oh my God.
Once, not ever. I've always tried to solve it outside the court, and I did with her too. I said, just make it clear to
this dude is delusional, dude. Like, this guy is he's actually insane.
Everybody.
Like, you know it, right? You know he's insane because we know what he's done with his life and how he's fucked over his family. But this is still ridiculous.
I'm not a fucking rapist. I said that before I was even threatening a lawsuit. But I was left with no other choice. I'm not going to now it's everywhere, right? So I have to work an hour away. So I don't work with people I know or who know her. I had a good...
I don't think... Is that the reason why, though? Is her saying those things really the reason why? I feel like there are other reasons why. First off, where do you even live? Do you even have... I should check this. I should check to see if they still have their house, right? Like, if is he homeless? This nigga might be homeless. They might actually be, like, in an apartment doing this right now.
Good thing lined up. Much closer, except for she works with people that I work for. And I don't know what she's running around telling everybody like
Yeah, he works now. I don't know where he works at. He doesn't work at his coin shop anymore because it didn't exist. Last I knew about his coin shop, it was like a digital storefront because he lost the brick and mortar coin shop. So I don't know where he works now. Unless he works at a bank again?
I said addicted.
If I owned a bank, I would not let this motherfucker anywhere near money.
To sympathy. And it's one of the things I saw right away in her private text with my best friend who she wanted to hook up with and everything else. It was mostly about what a piece of shit I was and all these things that I've done to her so they could be her support group. Anyway.
Said to me a lot.
Yeah, right? When you're turning your kids into your emotional support, fuck that. Don't do that.
That's because you valued my...
As opposed to turning them into weapons in a feud you have with your daughter's baby daddy.
My opinion as a peer counselor.
Ethan's being tongue-in-cheek here, ladies and gentlemen. She told him that one time. Anyway.
Oh, she said that like 6 times. But only when it benefited her.
So because I spoke out, he retaliated. Shit, speak out to who?
Ethan doesn't sound 21. Ethan sounds 14. He sounds 13. Like the testosterone level. The testosterone... I said this a couple times, right, about how Xander is more of a... Xander probably does have, like, a higher testosterone level out of every other man in the Vickers household.
Spoke out. She told my kids that I was her rapist and her abuser, and she did it specifically because she was trying to win a sympathy argument with Ethan's former girlfriend. That's why it happened.
Oh, yes. December
And then
15th,
and then she starts telling, and then what did she get?
at
She got a sympathetic ear.
3:33 p.m.
Yeah, she gets a sympathetic ear from Ethan Ralph. And then it's, I may as well tell him too, so I can get that sympathy. Ooh.
That's how you
The
know
constant-
serious. And I will be right back. I have to go use the bathroom.
Go ahead. The constant struggle to recover from the consequences of his actions, that would be, I assume, my actions, while trying to protect myself from further vindictive attacks, is draining what little money, time, energy, and resources I have left. I need a complicated hysterectomy, but the costs are overwhelming. I have medical insurance through my job, but the copay's
No, his wife does not have a channel. This is part, ironically, between the Vickers, I assume that they're both lying to some degree, because of course you have to just assume that at this point when it comes to the Vickers. But I'm more willing to take Ariana's side just because she doesn't come out on the internet and says anything, right? He doesn't understand this. Mr. Vickers thinks that if he comes out here, he can correct the record by just presenting it to everybody online. Mrs. Vickers, she kept her distance. She stepped away from the internet shit, and she got a lawyer, and she shut the fuck up after she said what she said through legal precedents, right? That's what she did. For some reason, Vicious Vickers doesn't follow his wife's example.
lost wages and extra expenses are more than I can manage, especially with ongoing legal battles. Battles, people. I have to take more time off than I have saved, and the constant doctor and ER visits are making things even harder. As my ER doctor said, this is no longer an elective surgery, it's a necessity.
Wait, hold on. What did he say?
Especially with further vindictive attacks, is draining what little money, time, energy, and resources I have left. I need a complicated hysterectomy, but the costs are overwhelming. I have medical insurance through my job, but the copays, lost wages, and extra expenses are more than I can manage, especially with ongoing legal battles. Battles, people. I have to take more time off than I have saved, and the constant doctor and ER visits are making things even harder. As my ER doctor said, this is no longer an elective surgery, it's a necessity. I've never asked for help before, but because you've never had to. I've never asked for help before, except for from my husband of 26 years, who basically did everything in his power to make me well. None of it ever worked. But anyway.
Everything except wasting $300,000. Just putting your family in debt and losing a home. Everything except that.
My children deserve the chance to grow up with their mother. I agree. And I want to be here for them. That's great. I'd be grateful beyond words for any help, whether it's a donation, prayers, positive.
I say this, she is part of the problem with that, because she was going on those Disney trips too. She also knew she also was fine with them not paying their HOA fees too, right? She is part of the problem here. I shouldn't be taking her side so much. But like I said, Vickers, he's very hateable.
Advice or simply sharing my story.
If he would talk less like her, I would be more partial. Well, I wouldn't. I would hate on him less.
Thank you for taking the time, sharing my story of how I was abused and forced to file divorce. If this would have been a fundraiser for just the surgery, and if she would have, full disclosure, she's been with her employer for a year now, so she qualifies for FMLA. She has great insurance. So, she's still going to get paid while she's off work through FMLA because she'd have temporary disability. I don't know. I'm not going to claim to know everything about what's going on. I will simply say, yes, she has medical issues. I don't care if she starts a fundraiser. I do care if she tries to press that fundraiser by basically fucking smearing my good name. Because it's unnecessary.
Smearing your good name. Sir, do you not know what your reputation is? What are you talking about? Your good name.
She has medical. I'm not going to claim
the good name of Matthew Vickers, the man who lost his business, the man who lost his family, the man who lost his house, the man who's tried and failed to destroy his daughter's baby daddy for 5 years.
To know everything.
That prestigious reputation your ex-wife is ruining.
About what's going on. I will simply say, yes, she has medical issues. I don't care if she starts a fundraiser. I do care if she tries to press that fundraiser by basically fucking smearing my good name. Because it's unnecessary. And weaponizing the courts. Her constant legal battles. She has one attorney who will only represent her in the divorce part, which is nothing happens.
Hear that? She has an attorney, right? This is what she's automatically, I know that Ariana is smarter than Matthew because she actually got a lawyer. She's not doing the pro se, I'm my own lawyer bullshit, right?
Yeah, for a long time.
She knows better.
Because it's going to take years to sort out the community.
This is why he's really mad. He thought that she was going to do what he did and not get a lawyer. She got a lawyer, right? Who's actually giving her sound legal advice. And it is fucking him up because he's probably going to try and represent himself again.
Property and all that stuff. So, anyway. So that's that.
Even Rekieta, even Nick Rekieta, he didn't try and represent himself in court. Even he got a lawyer. Even he knew, okay, even though I literally went to law school, I am too retarded to represent myself in court. I should leave this to somebody else. But no, not Vicious Vickers.
That's that.
Hey, gang, I'm back. What'd I miss?
Oh, just the end of the fundraiser thing. So that's what I take umbrage to with the fundraiser. The one that totally non-malicious Ralph was propping up for, the friend who he loves. So, you're very down. I did that. Okay. Let's move on to just a discussion real quick of the most recent legal thing between Ralph and Faith. Ralph in his...
Here we go. It's like I said, it's like going back in time. It's like deja vu. He can't help himself. We don't need to talk about this. The streets don't need to know about Faith Vickers, Ethan Ralph, fucking parental court drama again. We don't need to know that for the upteenth time. But he can't help himself. He's been wanting to do this for the past 2 years. And he hates that he can't. So he's going to do it if he can.
Fucking super genius. Says that he won everything in Last Thing with Faith. So here's what happened. Ralph, like a dipshit, posted pictures of Xander, right? First, he sent them to Mersh. He says he was hacked. We all know that's bullshit. But let's say even if he was hacked.
Oh, yeah. Here's some shit, right? So this is actually some... All right. It's like I'm conflicted. Because on one hand... This actually is funny that Mersh did this to fuck with Ralph. But on the other hand, it's also some fuck shit. Because he actually is trying to, like, ruin Ralph's, like, relationship with his son and shit and just stop him from ever seeing his son again. Ralph did send that picture to Mersh. And Mersh did end up leaking it because he's like, man, fuck you, Ralph. Fuck all this, because of the Ice Dagger pussy drama they've been having going on. So this could result in Ralph actually losing the few parental rights he has, the few visitation rights that he has, right? If that's the case. Now, if this actually does happen, I mean, good on Mersh, right? Like, that's a definitive W. If this does happen, Mersh has officially dismantled Ethan Ralph if he pulls that off. But if not, then that's just Mersh, like, being a bitch and just taking it to a level where it really didn't need to go, right? Like, this beef that they've had, it's not that serious. It's really not.
He admitted to Faith in messages that he shared the pictures with his aunt on X. And then says, which I'm allowed to do, he claimed. No, he's not. Specifically, he's not. He was not allowed to share digital versions of those pictures with anybody, and it was for this exact reason that Faith fought to have that be the case, is because she knew something like this would happen. He gets drunk.
Yeah, Ralph does have no one to blame but himself, right? Nobody told him to do that, but still.
He's on a fucking rampage because of the homely chick who broke up with him that he was also in love with and very much loved her, until she was a dirty, rotten whore who cheated with Mersh.
He loved her as long as he had money in his wallet.
Mersh, who's apparently my best friend and is working with me so closely. I've never had one word with Mersh, ever. Not in...
We don't believe that. We don't believe you. We don't believe you, Matthew, right? It's like, we know you run gay ops. We know you talk to people behind the scenes. We know you're trying to link up with people. We know that you have fucking funded A-logs of Ralph in the past, right? Like, I can 100% believe that Mersh is like your new cog, right?
DMs, not in chat, not anywhere.
He was in Cog's chat not too long ago. Somebody spotted Vickers in Cog's chat, and he's trying to act like, dude, you know the shit you get up to.
Ever. So it's just, it's deflection from the fact that, no, Faith talked to Mersh, obviously, to say, hey, give me a declaration that these came, please. She was polite about it. Give me a declaration that these came from Ralph. Please take down the picture, which to Mersh's credit, he did right away. Yeah. And that's it. Just confirm that those pictures came from Ralph's account. So Ralph's going to claim that his Twitter was hacked, which he may have all the emails.
I can 100% believe that this was like this entire. Because the thing when Mersh did it, it kind of felt to me like, well, this doesn't seem. I mean, it would be clever, but it doesn't seem the type of thing that Mersh would do to get back at somebody, right? Like Mersh isn't that. It seems like something I could 100% believe that Vickers put Mersh up to that. Like, this is a ploy. This is the latest plot that Vickers has concocted in order to destroy Ralph and get him out of Xander's life. I could 100% believe that, right?
In the world that say that his account was compromised, that doesn't equal, and they went in specifically and sent that picture to one specific person who I just so happened to be at war with. As much as we can consider any of this shit actual war, because the concept of men in this fucking generation is dead, right? This is not war.
That's crazy coming from him. Like, this dude, let me look it up. He has literally one video on his channel right now. Oh, let me see. Oh, it's him putting up, he's building Lego sets. Oh, man, look at him. Look at him go. Oh, he's tearing that thing up. Look at that bad boy go. Jesus. Concocting masterpieces and shit. This is the dude who's trying to talk about men this generation. Boy, nigga, you are one of the biggest fucking soy boys I've ever seen.
This is speaking in front of a fucking mic.
Like, you had yourself a Disney timeshare that you didn't even pay.
Microphone shenanigans. It's no different than what Ralph does, except for I'm a bit more eloquent and I drink less. But to consider it a war is laughable. Friends, laughable. Anyway, Faith filed a request for order. It's an FL300. It's a very simple form. And she said, slightly less easy, though, is she also wanted emergency ex parte because he had a visitation coming up. And she requested, very simply, no more pictures. I don't want any more pictures taken during the...
Oh, that's actually a very good point, Dog Zero. Totally, he did on Vickers' orders. Merch doesn't know anything about the detail of Ralph's custody and when the meeting was going to be. How else would he knew they had a hearing coming up? That's a very good point.
Visitation. He was allowed to have 3. Now I want him to be allowed to have none. I want a temporary pause on visitations until we have the hearing, because when you get an ex parte hearing, you get like an emergency hearing, which is enough to grant temporary orders, but then they set a full hearing, an evidentiary hearing, to actually get the final orders, if any will be actually, be given. So I want that. And she said, I want, God, what was the third thing? I don't want to pull it up, but maybe I should. I probably have it here. Oh, I do have it here. Look at me go. I don't know about putting it on screen, though. It's all public info anyway.
Look at that.
Let's see.
The kill stream live.
What isn't public info when it comes to
some.
What isn't public info when it comes to Vickers drama?
Look at that.
I know more about this family's drama than I know about some of the drama that goes on in my own family. Like, I have like cousins, aunts, and uncles and stuff who get in like many feuds that I'll only tangentially hear about it at like a family get together or whatever. Meanwhile, I know all these extensive details about who, like, when is Faith Vickers getting married, who her exes were, all of Mrs. Vickers' health problems and shit, all of Mr. Vickers' financial dramas and scams and whatnot. It's insane.
See
that he's fucking a Satanist. It's crazy.
Kill stream live. Did post some certain documents.
Oh, goody. Well, I guess he just couldn't wait for me to cover him. He's like, I'll do it
Yeah,
myself.
Water Alex Jones is ahead of the game.
I'll stop him to the punch and I'll just show it all. I'm sure it won't be a laugh riot. I hope they were. I hope he was got instruction from his Mexican attorney.
One of these days, I kind of hope he does just post something that's actually written well, just so that could be like a Marvel, like Half-Life 3.
Everybody, nobody understood what you just said because you maxed out your microphone big time, and now I'm bleeding through the ears. Ralph's only personality. Immediate termination of Mr. Ralph's rights to take any photos during supervised visitation, as he has violated the stipulation of our previous agreement.
Let's see. What I suspect happened is Merce revealed he got the text from Ralph in one of the giant tar Twitter GCs they are in. Vickers got wind, then messaged Merce saying they could use his disposition for an upcoming existing hearing regarding Ralph's child support. That sounds like a plot that is 100% in Vickers' alley, right? It actually gets crazy how meticulous the gay op. This dude has some of the most meticulous gay ops I've ever seen in like ever from anybody ever. And they all fail, like all of them. This is why if what Merch did really was on the orders of like a plan concocted by Matthew Vickers, it's probably going to fail again, because every time Matthew Vickers tries to do something, I said it before in the documentary, it's like Wile E. Coyote trying to catch the road runner. It's going to fail. Spending all this money on all these Acme doohickeys just to end up with nothing.
Temporarily pause in all supervised visitation until the appropriate evidentiary hearings can be completed and the stipulation and order can be appropriately modified. And somewhere in here, there's another order. Oh, and to be allowed to serve him electronically with personal service documents. The judge granted the no pictures as a temporary emergency order, and she granted the physical service as a temporary order. She did not grant the pause in visitation. It was 1 to 2 days after that Faith discovered that the location of the visitation center had been doxed by Kiwi Farms. Why? Because Ralph has to make his life a public fucking spectacle. Hey, look, friends, because
Are you serious, dude? Are you serious? Coming from you, Matthew? Like, are you? Oh my God. I don't know what's wrong with this guy. Like, seriously. Ralph is the one who makes his life a public spectacle? What? Are you serious? What is this show? What is the good, the bad, the vicious, where you had your wife and your daughter on here to talk about all your family drama? What is, like, you had a merch store. You had a merch store that literally referenced stuff that was going on in your family life, dude. Like, what are you talking about?
have real friends.
You were inviting A-logs, like, to your family, to Disney World, right? And you would let them play with your grandson. Like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Just to spite your your daughter's baby daddy.
I'm shopping at a Target and buying gifts for my son. Yippity-dee, I'm so special. Right?
How fucking dare you
Yeah, and then they
say that
Ralph
doesn't have any real friends? Are you forgetting that he loves my mother?
Thank you, Ethan. I forgot.
What a retard.
Right. You're right.
Hey, do you know that Ralph wants to fuck mom? Hey, Dad, did you know that? Do you know that Ralph, he wants to smash mom? He's probably trying right now.
I forgot.
I just want to make sure we're not spreading this.
Now I want Ralph to fuck Ariana. I want Ralph to fuck Faith's mom just to, like, spite all of the men in the Vickers clan. Fuck it.
Information.
And I hope he gets her pregnant too. Get her pregnant for the 6th time, Ralph.
I don't want Ralph to sue for defamation, for instance. That would be a crazy thing to happen.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen at this point? How could it get worse, right? Fuck it.
It would. Sure, I would just be at my wit's end all day, pulling what's left of my hair out, which is not much. All right.
Just nothing.
God, no hair, people, no teeth. Over here, just fat, beard, and ugly.
Can't do voodoo on this man.
I weigh 300, 350 pounds. That's why people call me Fat Matt. It's not just Ralph. When I go to work, that's what my name tag says. When I work at the Chevron, I clean up bathrooms at a Chevron. You guys.
I'm sorry. Wait, what?
Can't do voodoo on this man.
I weigh 300, 350 pounds. That's why.
Wow, 350 pounds. How tall is he? I'm sure I can look it up, but I don't know. That's a fat nigga, bro.
People call me Fat Matt. It's not just Ralph.
Even if he's 6 foot something, that's a big boy.
When I go to work, that's what my name tag says. When I work at the Chevron, I clean up bathrooms at a Chevron, you guys. That's what I do.
Oh, no, man. I mean, I would say you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Like, you know, being a janitor, that's a respectable job unless you do it for free. But, you know, it's like, knowing that you have to do that because you fucked up your own business where you were literally scamming people, by the way. That's kind of embarrassing. In your 50s, you blew up your own business, you scammed people, you lost everything. Now you have to be a janitor in your 50s with 5 kids and a wife who's divorcing you, calling you a rapist. You say you have to, like, work an hour away from your home because you're saying my wife has convinced everybody that I rape. Everybody thinks I just rape now. So I have to go and I have to clean up the bathroom at some car dealership or whatever, like an hour away from the motel I live out of.
I'm mopping shit.
It's rough.
Better than anybody else.
Like, here's the thing. You're really not in a position to even make the Ralph lives in a shack out of Mexico jokes anymore. Like, he's not we can make those jokes. Vickers can't. Vickers has lost the privilege of being able to make those jokes about Ralph because he's in arguably an equally bad, if not worse, situation.
I'm the assistant. I'm an assistant to the Chevron manager. Okay, so anyway, upon the final hearing, so Faith never asked for a complete cease. It was a temporary pause in visitation.
Let's see, Dog Zero. The problem is the way Mersh put it, he just wrote a letter, which is not the same level as an actual legal deposition. So it's just hearsay. As far as evidence, Vickers doesn't know the distinction. Well, of course he doesn't know the distinction. He's not a fucking lawyer. And he won't get one. This is what I'm talking about. Ralph is going to win again. Ralph is going to win in court against... He's gonna win in court against Vickers one more time before the year ends. I swear to God.
And she did cancel the visit after she found out that the place had been doxxed because Ralph had fucking blasted out when his visitation was going to be. Everybody knows when he's going to be there. Not because Faith tells anybody, because he fucking tells everybody. I'm going to see my son. Well, congratulations. Nobody else has to know about it. What in the hell?
I'm going to see my son that I don't help pay for the food of.
She had her microphone turned towards her chip bag.
Do they not have streaming? Do they not have streamers?
So it's like, okay, so you guys can say all this stuff about your private lives, but Ralph can't like just tweet out, I'm gonna go see my son. I mean, come on, man.
Hell.
Do they?
I just can't believe that.
I think people who, oh God, anyway.
You have to do special things for Satan, and he'll give you a, the privilege.
Yeah, this is called leaning into the joke, people. Enjoy it.
If Ralph gets a W, doesn't that mean he'll get another L? Probably. That's usually the way it works.
All right, so Faith got...
See, in a way, Vickers has actually been indirected. Hold on, what the fuck? What's the word I'm looking for? Indirectly. Why did that take so hard to say? It's like I was trying to say a bigger word, right? So Ralph has actually been... Vickers has been indirectly helping to destroy Ralph by giving him so many W's that set him up for bigger L's later, right? But Vickers doesn't think about it that way. He wants to destroy Ralph. He doesn't care that Ralph is suffering by other people's hands or by his own hands. He wants to be the one who ruins Ralph's lives. And it's just not going to happen. Sorry, buddy.
Exactly what she asked for, and she got a bonus. And we're gonna explain this bonus. That was really funny because Ralph really did not get it, and just fully failed to understand what actually happened in that hearing. I gotta get the transcript. I'll talk to Faith. If the transcript will be interesting, I'll go get it. If it's not that interesting, then I won't bother. I doubt we'll ever get to the point where we surpass anti-me regalia again. And what's wrong with corn from the judge? I just don't think we're ever going to get better than that. So here's the truth of the matter. I just read you what Faith requested on her FL 300 on her request for order. When it came to the final hearing, she got exactly what she asked for. No pictures. Ability to serve him by email or mail. In fact, the court's ordered him to provide her with a PO box.
Zero. I'll check that out
within a certain amount of days. I don't know if we're past those many days or not. But usually he doesn't. I mean, last time he was supposed to update her within 10 days if he moved, and he didn't. So the judge ordered a third thing, or a fourth thing, or however many thing that Faith didn't ask for, and I'm not sure how this came about. But she ordered Ralph, instead of paying $800 a month, she ordered him to pay $200 a week. Okay.
Damn.
Ralph is like, oh no, that's better for me. Let's just explore all the ways that that's not true. First, $800 a month times 12 months is $9,600 a year. $200 a week times 52 weeks is $10,400 a year. That's a 8-point-something% increase.
That's kind of crazy, Ralph. Really? Like $800 a month? That's too much that's breaking the bank for you, buddy. $800 a month? Come on, Ralph.
In his annual child support. Now,
come on, man.
Ralph says, no, it's not, because I'm only going to pay $200 a week until the $800's paid for the month, and then I'm not paying anything else. Or something along those lines. I'm sure that's going to be his argument somewhere, but that's not the order. I posted a copy, a screenshot of the order on X, which shows $200 a week. That's the order. Now, let's say that even if that wasn't true, let's say the judge had actually ordered, well, no, just $200 a week for 4 weeks during the month, and then you start again on like whatever the first Monday of the next month or something like that. There is zero benefit when interest is not a factor.
See, he was over here. He's talking about Ralph makes his life a spectacle. I'm like learning about his daughter's baby daddy's child support payments and shit. Like, why are you telling me this? Why do I have to know this?
To make
man?
More frequent, smaller payments. The math doesn't work out on it. It never has. You're always better off paying more in less payments, because then you can use that money to work for you during that time. Right? It's basic economics. Now, granted, you're not going to be making big bucks with it's 80.
It's not exactly economics.
Pages. 79.
I mean, I'm not surprised that Vickers of all people doesn't understand the difference between like economics and finances and stuff like that.
There's a lot of pages. I'm reading it right now.
Payments and whatnot.
God,
because I can multitask.
Oh,
I'm typing, I'm talking, I'm reading.
Ethan, is it everything I could have hoped and dreamed so far?
You are going to enjoy it.
I mean, this is a guy who, again, somehow managed to... His business was failing during the pandemic while everybody was getting fucking PPP loans. Everybody was getting STEMI checks. Silver and gold were both going up during the pandemic. And somehow he still failed. I think silver and gold are both the highest they've been in like the past few decades. Like, they reached a new high recently. Would have been a great time to be a precious metals coin merchant.
Oh, God. What a weekend it's going to be.
Yeah. I'm still like towards the beginning. I wasn't gonna multitask.
It's like the Holy Bible, somebody says. Oh, Jesus. Okay. So Ralph, baby. Buddy.
Oh, yeah, he did also include a mailing address.
Oh, nice. Ralph, $200 a week is impossible to work out to your favor. It is not better for you in any possible way. It is only worse for you. And that's whether it was $200 a week times only 4 weeks in a month, or whether it's the true $200 a week times all 52 weeks, which is actually what it is, because that's what was ordered. Now, change that order. Sorry, to change that order. He was so happy, right? Some things that he said, oh, I got someone in the legal know, he would say. And it's Nevada County doesn't even have jurisdiction. Dipshit. If the order is still in Nevada County, that's the only county that has jurisdiction. It's up to the petitioner or the respondent. Either of you could have done it, Faith or Ralph, could have motioned for the case to be transferred to another county, the county that it's now in. Either of you could have done that. Ralph attempted to do this by filing his own FL 300 that looked like it was written by a 2-year-old monkey on a farm. Faith wrote an actual motion and got it granted. In fact, it says on the docket that
she wrote a motion. Faith wrote a motion. The girl who went in court, right? And she literally lost. She lost in court because when it was time for her to present her case, she said the defense rests and just didn't defend her case. She didn't present her case. And then the judge immediately dismissed the court, and Ralph won by default. That bitch wrote her own. Okay.
Yeah, it reads in the minutes that the change of venue was approved on the petitioner's motion. So this wasn't Ralph's motion because he doesn't know how to write stuff.
You don't know how to write them.
Oh,
and you've been playing play pretend lawyer for like over 5 years.
That's right. His cope. I don't know what it is with this massive cope, and I think it's very similar to his cope.
This whole stream is cope.
The judges in Nevada County are very professional.
This is a cope stream.
Excuse me. So even if you walk in there 3 sheets to the wind with blue hair, a green sweatshirt, and baggy sweatpants, and some combat boots, as Ralph has done.
Yeah, and he won. When Ralph was at his fattest and had blue hair, that was the case where Faith lost because she didn't present her case. Like, what are you talking about? Here's what I think it is. I think that, like, because he hates Ralph so much and he hates the idea of Ralph succeeding in life at anything, his mind, he pathologically just like blocks out all of Ralph's W's. So he doesn't even fully realize, he doesn't actually even remember all of those W's, all of those L's he's taken to Ralph in court over the years. Like, they aren't even real to him.
Like, the third tweet on Miss Couch's Twitter is a picture of him saying that she located another cryptid. But
I'm fat and slovenly in an ill-fitted suit.
Yeah, but
you guys are my best friend.
Not a cryptid anymore. Now he's such a good friend.
You guys can't see it, but I am going to wear a slovenly suit. Don't worry.
When? Just for the fun of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're
going to look slovenly in an ill-fitting suit.
That's what I meant. Thank you.
Which, coming from the man whose half of his shirt was untucked during his revenge porn trial, quote unquote trial. Where
Again,
court at one point.
Dude. Oh my God, dude, let it go. It's been 5 years, man. Let it go. Okay, it happened. It's over, dude. We wouldn't even remember it if you didn't keep bringing it up. Okay, we know. Your daughter got gunted, dude. We saw it, right? It's probably still available, and I could probably still go to like BitChute or whatever and find it. I know I can go to Kiwi Farms and find it, right? But it's like, it's over, dude. Just get over it. Like, this is everything that we're seeing. This stream right now, him divorcing his wife, is downstream from his daughter getting gunted, and he will never ever let it go. He will die mad that happened. And I can understand being mad about it, but at some point you gotta realize there's no point, right? You gotta let it go, dude.
Even Ethan Ralph knows that you
gotta let it go.
Wear a hat in court, because I'm sure the judge has told him many times for him to have learned that. So, right. Oh God. Anyway.
He jokes about it because it's coping for him. Obviously, he's still upset about it because it's this whole reason he started his jihad against Ralph to begin with.
So Ralph's cope. It's like, so the judge, and in this case, I think it was Kelly Babineau, I believe was the judge in this.
Usually
She's very nice. As long as you don't pipe up. I've watched her get mad. In fact,
No, I have too.
yeah, at the first DVRO hearing where she told Ariana basically, this is just a waste of everybody's time. But if you want to continue, I guess we will.
Sure.
And to be fair, you
totally
know, she looked at me
believe
too,
that
and was like, you filed an order to show cause for contempt. I didn't grant her order, and she said, so I think this is just a silly waste of time. I said, I agree. Right? I agree with the judge. This whole thing between Miss Couch and I with the DVRO and the contempt is a waste of time. But as I'm going to explain to the judge, where does it end? Right? Over the last year, I've had a call from the police. You know what? I'm going to move on to that. I'll get to that in a second. We're just finishing up with Ralph.
What the fuck is this? I'm so sorry. This PDF is driving me insane. It's so much.
Oh, you're reading? Okay.
That's when it happened. Hold on, let me check.
Well, the point is,
give me a second.
That I think because
give me a second. I know what they're talking about. This is when they posted it in their chat. They posted it in their chat. A link to. Actually, hold up. I have it. We can look at it real quick. We don't need to, but we can.
I know. I'm reading it.
It's just like it's a perfect example of I ain't reading all that. Hold on. Let me. Wait, hold up. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? It should be. Oh, it's right here. It's this little zip file. Hold on, let me unzip it. And we'll look at it. We'll just skim it. We'll skim it a little bit. This PDF, right? This little document. I wasn't exaggerating, by the way, when I was talking about it. Where is it? There it is. Okay. I wasn't exaggerating. It is literally 80 pages long. Ralph dropped this bitch on Vickers right before he started streaming. Okay, so please take notice that I'm blah, 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 da, 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 da. You can find this in Kiwi Farms in Vickers' thread. I think you can probably find it in Ralph's thread too. Okay. Okay, let's start here. Plaintiff Vickers' ex-wife accuses him of rape. Earlier this year, Mr. Ralph became aware of a lawsuit. This is Ralph writing this, by the way. Ralph is writing this. He's referring to himself in third person. Earlier this year, Mr. Ralph became aware of the lawsuit that plaintiff Vickers filed in this court against his ex-wife, Ariana Couch, formerly Ariana Vickers, accusing her of defamation and other dignitary torts. In that suit, Plaintiff Vickers admitted that his ex-wife had reported him to the authorities for allegedly committing a sexual assault upon her. According to Plaintiff Vickers, this resulted in an active investigation on the part of the Nevada County Sheriff's Department against Mr. Vickers. Plaintiff Vickers also admitted that his ex-wife loudly proclaimed that Plaintiff Mr. Vickers was a rapist and an abuser on several occasions. Mr. Ralph, again, Ralph is writing this. Mr. Ralph, upon learning of these allegations, along with other worrisome facts, became very concerned because Plaintiff Vickers is the grandfather to his son. In the months following Plaintiff Vickers' divorce, Mr. Ralph befriended Miss Couch, and he had the opportunity to ask her directly about her sexual assault allegations against Plaintiff Vickers. Miss Couch confirmed to Mr. Ralph that her allegations were true, and that Matthew Vickers had indeed raped her. Mrs. Couch also informed Mr. Ralph of Mr. Vickers' other abusive behaviors and his attempts to alienate Miss Couch from her children. Based on Mrs. Couch's ongoing health problems and Mr. Vickers' vindictive actions towards Miss Couch under these circumstances, Mr. Ralph formed the opinion that Vickers was trying to punish Miss Couch out of spite, and he wanted Miss Couch to suffer. And it just goes on. It goes on. Holy shit. So yeah. Okay, so we're just gonna you guys can go and read that on your own if you want to. But yeah, that's the motion that's what Ralph sent Mr. Vickers, what he filed.
Wait, I'll talk. Yeah, don't worry. It is a lot.
Well, the point is that I think because...
In fact, hold up, fuck it. I think... Oh, no. No, it's too late. It's too late.
As
The
what
reason
happens-
why I got it, is because somebody else had already. They uploaded it in the chat, and I just clicked it.
It seems to happen with Ralph and everybody. Is because somebody seems like they're being nice to him. I guarantee that $200 a week, brother, that was not an act of kindness from the judge, right? She may have said it with a song and a smile, but that's not. It doesn't work to your benefit, friend.
Does it still work?
But because it sounded nice, and because she wasn't yelling at him and calling him whatever, sticky triple tits, or you know, whatever name he might have at the time, that he's just like, that judge really liked me, and obviously that means I won, because she's gonna be nice to the winner. You lost everything. Faith got everything she wanted, which means you lost everything, right? You came out with less. You came out with less privileges. You came out with less rights, and you came out with more money lost, less money that's going to be in your pocket, no matter which way you cut it. By the way, no matter which way you cut it, just simple economics, understood by, I don't know. You know, Gideon might be.
This is what they go over in personal finance when I went to school.
Yeah.
He went to school for personal finance. Okay. So you went to school for personal finance, and your dad, you're like 21, right? You've been going to school for personal finance, and you didn't notice your dad doing all this stupid, retarded shit over the years, right? You didn't say anything, Mr. Finance Man. See, if I was somebody, and this guy, this kid, this Ethan nigga, if he tried to get a job from me, I wouldn't let him anywhere near money either. I'm pretty sure that being retarded with money just runs in their family.
You don't win
when you get a test.
Yeah, you don't win if you have to pay payments more frequently, especially fucking child support, because there's two levels you can get fucked in child support. There's the amount in arrears, and then there's the number of payments in arrears. So if Ralph misses 2 months in the old plan, then he's behind $1,600 in 2 payments, right? If he misses 2 months in the new plan, then he's behind $1,700-ish, whatever, $200 a week over 2 months comes out to, and behind 8 payments, right? It's not there's no way to paint it as a win. There is no way to paint it as a win. Well, it's easy for me to make $200 a month. What do you mean? Then make $200 a month into an interest-bearing account or something, and then pay the $800. Like, it doesn't matter. There's just no way to paint it as a win. And it's people who don't know how stupid they are or how they sound when they try to paint 5 + 5 = 20. It's remarkable. Oh, okay, well, what do we have next here? Moving on.
I need to ask you a fucking question.
No, I'm pretty much almost covered everything. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh shit!
What?
I can't say it aloud. But this other thing here. Can I ask you, Papa? Are you a public personality?
No, that'll never.
Does he really call his dad Papa? Does he really call his? Oh, I posted a link in chat, guys. For any of you guys who actually want to like read that 80 pages of that bullshit, I put it in chat. Does he really call his dad Papa at 21? Jesus Christ!
Yeah, no, that'll never fly. He's tried that before, and it doesn't work. I'm not a public personality, and even if I was. He's still.
Yes, you are. You are a public figure. What are you talking about? Yes, you are. Is that the actual reason why you deleted all that shit off the like internet and whatever? Because you were trying to like stop being a public figure. That's not how that works, dude. You are a public figure. Are you stupid?
Guilty of malice and everything else. I've
Do
read
you
into
think this man actively falsely called you a rapist?
Oh yeah.
This PDF is actually fucking insane.
Mm-hmm.
And also, yeah.
Oh no, I'm sure it's gonna be great. I've heard it all. I've heard I'm gonna try anti-slap, which doesn't work. Because...
He got Fate's name right. Good job, Ralph.
okay. You're shitting off the stream with Ralph stuff.
Yeah. Sorry.
That was meant to be what I was supposed to do, because he got fucked with Face.
Another ironic thing is that he files all these lawsuits, right? California, for all like the lip shittery that has been accused of over the years, it actually does have some decently good anti-slap laws, right? It's actually pretty good at that, because here's the thing is that they don't, you have a lot of rich motherfuckers in California, especially around Hollywood, LA, and all that shit. So they basically have these laws in place so that rich motherfuckers can't just, I don't know, casually sue people over dumb bullshit all the time, right? But so he tries all this stuff while living in California, while living in a state with some of the best laws for combating his nonsense. It's crazy.
And it just, oh no, it was when I filed my lawsuit. It fucked with his entire stream for like an hour. Like just minutes and minutes of dead air.
He's been doing this for the better part of a decade, and he still doesn't understand anything. Like he hasn't even read, he doesn't even give the impression that he's read anything about law. that he like looks at anything. He doesn't even give the impression that he watches law tubers or anything like that. He doesn't know anything about law still.
God, and I'm sure that's what he was going for, but it's just like, no, I already know it's going to be funny. There's not an ounce of worry in my heart over it at all, because it's going to be great. Okay, so we're going to rewind now, and I want to talk about this domestic violence restraining order that, let's talk about the history, first of all, of the domestic violence restraining order. I covered some of it. Ms. Couch wasn't leaving me alone. The only way I could get her to leave me alone, despite trying to tell her over and over again, I don't want to be near you. I don't want to be in the same room as you. You called the police on me. I'm going to show up anyway. My house too. And take my stuff. And blah, blah, blah. Okay. So filed a domestic violence restraining order. My only option at that point.
Wait, what? Wait, what? What?
Because it's going to be great. Okay. So we're going to rewind now, and I want to talk about this domestic violence restraining order that, let's talk about the history, first of all, of the domestic violence restraining order. I covered some of it. Ms. Couch wasn't leaving me alone. The only way I could get her to leave me alone, despite trying to tell her over and over again, I don't want to be near you. I don't want to be in the same room as you. You called the police on me. I'm going to show up anyway. My house too. And take my stuff. And blah, blah, blah. Okay. So filed a domestic violence restraining order.
You filed a domestic violence restraining order because your soon-to-be ex-wife came to the house to pick up her shit. Wow.
Only option at that point, but immediately told all the parties involved, I will be fine with a civil, right? I don't want my ex-wife to have a domestic violence restraining order on her background check because it will follow you. That's arrestable shit, right? I don't need any
I'll look at that no jumper shit later.
of this to be arrestable. I trust that most of the time when she's thinking with at least a quarter of her brain, she's going to go out of her way not to violate a court order, right? She's not going to do anything I ask, but she's going to try to not violate a court order. So that's what I did, and that's what I got, and we settled to it. And then the next thing that happened was the kids came to me with complaints. The little kids came to me, the minors, with problems and complaints and some stuff that I...
See, this also isn't that convincing because the Vickers family, they have filed a lot of frivolous domestic violence restraining orders before. Not Ralph, Vickers. I keep getting them confused, like genuinely. Like my mind, I keep mixing them up like reflexively. Vickers actually had a two-way domestic violence restraining order with Ethan Ralph. You wouldn't know it was two-way because Vickers kept fucking treading the line on that bitch, just trying to trigger Ralph and get him to do something that he can take him to court for again, right? So it's like, you having a DVRO, that doesn't mean anything.
A, didn't like the sound of, worried me. B, I have experienced with her before, but was always able to be that wall between, if she accidentally took too many pain meds, right? And was loopy as fuck. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Did she do it intentionally? No, she didn't do it intentionally. She would take her meds, then she would fall asleep, then she would wake up, forget she took her meds, and then take some more. And it would, put her into what happens when people take too many.
Bro, no wonder she ended up crashing out. She was like addicted. And he just like let this happen. He just let his wife get like addicted to pain meds and shit. No wonder she ended up crashing out on him so hard when she just stopped cold turkey.
Pain meds. She would get a little loopy. And so, the kids didn't have to see that because I was always the one to go like, let's not jump out of bed and make the kids tacos at 3 a.m. or whatever, right? They didn't have to experience that. So knowing
it sounds like he was trying to get her to keep taking them, right? When she didn't want to.
That is something that they would be experiencing. Yeah, so I took action as I was requested to do because I'm going to do now what my kids asked me to do. I'm going to act in their best interest every single time. That's my goal. I don't need them to act in my best interest.
No, it isn't, bro. You have your actions do not reflect somebody who puts family first. They don't at all.
Act in their best interest every single.
In fact, family doesn't even seem like a tertiary concern to you. Seems like your ego is like you have the same low impulse control problems that Ralph does. You just manifest them through stuff like abusing the legal system and wasting money on Legos and trips to Disney World and buying A-Logs, PlayStation 5s and shit like that.
Time. That's my goal. I don't need them to act in my best interest. I act in my best interest, and my best interest is their best interest. Or my best.
If you had your family's best interest in mind, you wouldn't have put yourself $300 in debt and basically just guaranteed that nobody in the family was going to inherit any generational wealth at all.
Interest is what's in their best interest. Woo!
I don't understand why his son isn't mad as fuck at his dad. Like, if I was his son and I knew like what my father had been up to the past few years, right? And we were in the shape financially that we were in because of him for the past 5 years. I would, even before that, before like Ralph even came into the picture, they were screwed, right? I would be mad as fuck. I definitely wouldn't be on his gay little podcast.
So what was I pulling up here? I was pulling up Ariana's DV1. Nope. Oh, yep, her DV100. What? Oh, yeah. I knew that was going to happen anyway. No, she's going to be listening, and it's not going to matter because there's nothing here that's going to be able to be used in any other domestic violence restraining order. So people, here's the thing about...
You sure about that? See, anytime he's like... Who's the dude? Kramer? The dude who, like, he gives all the economic, the stock market forecasts and stuff, and he's almost always wrong, to the point that people who consistently, like, they invest opposite of his advice and they end up overperforming the index or shit like that. That's what Vickers is for legal shit. Anything that Vickers says about how the legal system works, or how the court system is going to turn out, you should just bet that the opposite is going to happen, right?
Domestic violence restraining orders. In order for it to work, it has to be action that qualifies as abuse under the DVPA. That's the Domestic Violence Protection Act. That has to be something that puts you in reasonable fear of imminent bodily or mental harm. Okay? So if I was saying, bitch, I'm coming over and I'm going to smack you up, that would certainly be, and I'm not saying that because I've spent the last year trying to avoid my ex-wife at all costs. Even when she demanded that I talk to her face-to-face over video chat on Talking Parents to settle some shit with the mortgage or whatever, which now I believe she had no intent. That's just my belief. I don't know.
I 100% believe that it has something to do with the mortgage. I'm very, very strong in the belief that all of this came down to the finances and also her truly believing that he was like fucking his satanic mistress behind her back.
But my belief is that she never had any intent to settle it. She has always tried to, like, because we have a stipulation in our order where we can agree, because we still have little kids, where we can agree in writing, which includes text or talking parent messages.
I keep forgetting that there are kids besides Xander who are caught up in all this. It's so sad.
To temporarily change the order. So, okay, sad. Yes, if William got hit by a truck, and William's not listening, but I don't think he would. But let's say he got hit by a truck and he was in the hospital. Yes, we could agree to waive the order so that we could both be in the hospital with him at the same time, praying for his recovery. So that's why stuff like that exists for our order, is because we still have those minor children. But let's go over some of the stuff she included in her request for domestic violence restraining order, because this all started with Mistress Vickers. We went to our favorite convention, Monsterpalooza, and take the kids every year, sometimes twice a year, because there's one in the Son of Monsterpalooza in Burbank in October, and then there's regular Monsterpalooza in Pasadena in June, or late May, early June.
It's interesting how he doesn't have any sense of frugality or austerity in him at all. He does not believe in saving. He does not believe in conserving his money. He doesn't believe. That's why I don't understand. He once said to, who was it? It was Deadman, I think it was, when he was like yelling at him. They were like having a blood sports. Deadman was like, bro, why would you go to court without a lawyer if you knew you were going to lose? And he says, because it saves me money. How does going to court without a lawyer just to lose save you money? Especially when you keep doing it. Like, what? He doesn't give a fuck about saving money. Like, he doesn't care.
Yeah. Gang, have I been muted this whole time?
He doesn't know what saving money even means.
Have you been talking this whole time?
Oh my god, I have been. Well, I was saying, why are you doxing your kids like that?
See, this dude his son is 100% retarded. Like, actually, Vickers joked about it. His son is Asperger's. Like, there's something wrong with this kid.
Isn't that what I've gone to shit?
I'm not doxing.
Come on, man.
Okay, anyway.
Now we're going to go to Monsterpalooza every year to try gas.
So,
Vickers.
So, and this is why when I say that I believe my ex-wife has fundamentally changed mentally in the last couple of years, it's because I don't think I would have ever seen something.
Yeah, she changed, nigga. She stopped taking her 87 medications that you said were putting her to sleep and shit. Of course she changed.
Disjointed from her as her DVRO filing. I just can't imagine that she would have done that. Now, as other people have brought to my attention, and Mistress Vickers especially, I was the one always handling the legal stuff.
Mrs.
What?
Mrs. Vicious.
Mistress Vicious. Did I call you Mrs.?
Oh, Mrs.
No marriage over here. Goddamn, I already did that.
Just all these Freudian slips, right? Like, bro, we already know. We know you were fucking this bitch. We know you were doing that behind your wife's back. We know.
I'm not doing that again. Anyway. No. I think you were the one who explained to me, well, didn't you always file the legal stuff before? And I'm like, yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I have nothing else to compare it to. But so keep in mind with these complaints, we're looking for something that is going to cause imminent threat of bodily harm or serious emotional damage, right? Most recent abuse, she lists, is October 14th, 2025. And again, this is right from her DV-100. This is a public document. Anybody can get this from Nevada County Superior Court, so I'm not sharing anything private here. On or about October 10th, 2025, so October 10th, but she lists October 14th, whatever. Matthew Vickers threatened to take me to court to obtain my personal phone records because I objected to his girlfriend publicly calling our children idiots. He accused me of stalking, mocked me, and refused to communicate about the children respectively.
I mean, isn't that reasonable? Is that not
She lists
reasonable?
October 14th, whatever. Matthew Vickers threatened to take me to court to obtain my personal phone records because I objected to his girlfriend publicly calling our children idiots. He accused me of...
Is that not reasonable? Like, I don't like this satanic bitch that you're probably cheating on me with. I don't like for her to, like, badmouth our kids. Is that not reasonable?
Stalking, mocked me, and refused to communicate about the children respectively. Okay?
Maybe it doesn't, because he, like, jokes... Maybe he really doesn't care. He does joke about his daughter getting gunted all the time, even though he pretends like it was this terrible crime.
So...
Terrible crime. The worst thing ever. But I'll joke about it, like, constantly for 5 years.
That never happened. I never threatened to take her to court to obtain her phone records. I asked her that I would like her to reveal who shared... Mistress Vickers and I both have Ms. Couch blocked on Facebook. So who is sharing this screenshot? And it was an incomplete screenshot. Let's see. Let's find a picture of that.
Is that really the reason why? Hold on, let's go back. Let's hold on.
Mistress Vickers and I both have Ms. Couch blockers. I asked her that I would like her to reveal who shared the... So that never happened. I never threatened to take her to court to obtain her phone records. I asked her that I would like her to reveal who shared... Mistress Vickers and I both have Ms. Couch...
Okay, here's what I think it was. I think he just wanted access to her phone. Because remember, he absolutely was cheating on her with this Satanist. But she was also, like, possibly cheating on him with the Asian Harry Potter looking nigga, right? So I think that's the real reason he wanted her phone. And all this is just, it's just nonsense he made up in order so he can get the phone legally.
Blocked on Facebook. So who is sharing this screenshot? And it was an incomplete screenshot. Let's see. Let's find a picture of that.
I found out.
Yes, Mistress Vickers over here is an actual unironic Satanist. Yes.
That I ran out of my noise canceller probably a while ago.
Okay. I don't know what noise canceller is.
It basically makes it so you can't hear the fan in the background. So bye-bye fan. Also, I don't know if it's going to make me quieter or what. So there we go.
Okay.
But you can hear me fine.
Yeah. Let's let me get this so it can be up on screen. I don't have the original because it doesn't really fucking matter. But this is really what blew up the whole thing, or what I believe started this whole fatwa, for lack of a better word, from her. Right. Let's see, group watch. Yeah, you're fine, Ethan. Okay. And so Amber posted this, Mistress Vicious, and tagged me because we're at Monster Palooza. And she says, no big deal, but I met and had my photo taken, with Tim Curry. Yes, that Tim Curry at Son of Monster Palooza this weekend. Those other 4 idiots are random photo bombers. Laughing face. So you're putting this in a court of law that you believe this was actually Amber referring to your children as idiots. Were they photo bombers too, or could this have just been tongue-in-cheek? Right? She goes on after this. Notice, of course, this screen cap. This was whoever sent this to her. This is what I wanted to know from her, so that Amber.
Okay, he wants to know that person. You know what? That's what it actually was. That's what it actually was. He wanted her phone because he's like, "Hey, who's this? Who are you talking to? Who had access to your phone? Who was it? Who are you calling? Who are you talking to?" Right? Like he wanted to know about the Asian Harry Potter guy. Right?
I could block.
Did you get this from the Asian Harry Potter guy that you're fucking? Is that what you were doing, Ariana?
So that they didn't see her shit either. Anyway, she goes on to say what Amber, something like, had a great time.
It's like thanking
thank you so much to Matt and his 56 spawn, because that's our little private joke, because I have so many kids. She uses a different number every time she says how many kids we have. Oh, it's sweet and endearing, yes. But that's just what it is. But I responded because she sent me a talking parents message, and she said, you need to not belittle our kids. Like, mind you, not Thaddeus, not Gideon, not William. I don't think even William doesn't have Facebook, does he? Ethan?
No. Me and Faith are the only ones with Facebook accounts.
Yeah, so none of them would have seen this to begin with. Let alone Amber's around a good amount of the time. They've known her forever.
That not the point? That's not the point.
Obviously, she doesn't literally mean they're idiots.
Like, that's not the point, though. Like, who cares if they wouldn't have seen? Like, it's not about that. It's about respect, right?
Any more than
respecting your kids, respecting your family, respecting boundaries, things that Matthew Vickers has no concept of.
She literally
was
means
sobbing
they're
for
random
weeks.
photo bombers, and it includes me, who I assure you she's quite fond of. She might think I'm an idiot. I don't think she thinks I'm an idiot. Truth out. Truth out, bitch. You think I'm an idiot?
You know what I'm using you for. It's not your brain.
Oh, my. Anyway,
Ew.
the point is...
Dude,
Mikey
like,
being a
oh my
Bugs,
god,
the only
like it bothers me how this Satanist bitch, she has no, like, she'll just say his son is literally on the stream and she doesn't care. She's a freak, right? Like, I 100% believe she was home wrecking it up, right? And she was playing the long game. She's known Matthew over here. She's known him for like over 20 years. I 100% believe she's been playing the long game.
I've been chilling.
Amber to make inappropriate comments and Ethan to go, ew! She was talking about my fantastic bank account.
That would be it.
Or my sweet
And
car.
credit score?
Or my sweet car with my taped on bumper. Oh, that's a whole other
Or
story
your
that
dead
we won't
Camaro,
go into today.
because you might have a clumsy son.
Yeah. So, okay. But she
Nice
lists.
American.
Oh, this was the message she sent. She includes this in her filing. Matt, your live-in girlfriend Amber Boardman. She doesn't live with me. She does stay over sometimes, but no, she has her own residence like a big girl. Posted
What?
a photo from the.
What? What?
But she
Nice
lists.
American.
Oh, this was the message she sent. She includes this in her filing. Matt, your live-in girlfriend Amber Boardman.
Okay, well, thank you for telling her what her name is. Thank you for doxing your mistress, nigga. Amber Boardman. Okay, thank you, bro.
She doesn't live with me. She does stay over sometimes, but no, she has
She stays over sometimes. She doesn't live with me. I haven't moved her in. You know, she just comes over for the booty call and then she stays for a couple days. She's not moved in though.
her own residence like a big girl. Posted a photo from the Monster Palooza trip referring to our 8, 11, and 17-year-old children as idiots. That language directed at minors at public forum is unacceptable. But it says nothing about the photo bombers. Personally, I would have been more offended by the photo bombers because I think that's just
That's
ignoring.
fucked up. That's like breaking
it's ignoring the social
social etiquette.
contract. You're responsible for ensuring that that all adults in your household treat the children with respect and refrain from any behavior that humiliates or demeans them. This assuming that they felt humiliated or demeaned by a comment they never saw until she brought it to their attention. This conduct reflects poor judgment and disregard for their emotional welfare. This incident will be documented and preserved for the record. It is your responsibility to ensure that it does not happen again. Ariana. To which the only...
I'm sorry, what about her demeaning them? What
Oh, I know,
about
coming
her
from the person who
hurting their
literally
emotional
called me a
welfare?
rapist in front of
That's your
them.
shit first, woman. I know you were listening.
Careful. No, don't.
Fix your shit,
Don't. Hey. Don't, because that could be considered contact, so just don't.
Yeah, don't worry.
Okay. So he actually has to like coach his son. His son is about to show his power level. He's about to like say something that's gonna get him. He's gonna get in trouble anyway. Like this whole stream is a very bad idea. This stream has been a bad idea since Vickers first started doing it. But it's especially a bad idea now, considering the circumstances he's found himself in.
I'm not referring to her.
Okay, anyway,
Never.
just don't. Just trust me.
Yeah.
All right, so my only response, the only thing I can muster at the time is, Lamau, Jesus Christ, Ariana, because how much do you have to stretch to actually get pissed off about that? And I submit no reasonable person, no person who's being reasonable. And I wrote this in my response to the DVRO, so I'm not saying anything that hasn't been said in the court, that to consider this, to have the reaction that was had is just, it's laughable. And so there's some more responses by me, but she didn't label any of her exhibits, by the way. She lists all these exhibits in her filing and then doesn't label any of them. They're just all put together. And you don't know, and there's more pages in the exhibits than there are letters that she gave, so I assume one of the exhibits is more than one page. She says in there that I still won't stop contacting her family, including her elderly mother. I haven't talked to my former mother-in-law in almost over a year. The last message I sent, and I said, and so she lists this as me abusing Rita.
He's really just gonna go through literally all of the DMs. Like what? Well, not DMs. These are public posts, aren't they? Wait, no. These are DMs. What the fuck? Why? Why are you showing us this? Oh, dude, this whole time I thought he was showing Facebook posts or something. Literally, these are like. It is like you can say, well, they're part of the legal battle. That doesn't mean you should show it to us. This is the first time I've seen these shits. Dude, this is insane. This dude is crazy.
And so she lists this as me abusing.
What is this
Rita.
doing?
By the way,
What's the point of this stream? Like, in all seriousness, who is he trying to convince? Who does he think is going to watch this stream and then they're going to change their entire demeanor about him, about Ariana, about what does he think this is going to do? Right? He got his mistress who he was 100% cheating on his wife with. Let's be 100% on. He's got his autistic son, and they're just like over here just throwing shade at his ex-wife. Like, what is this? Who's this stream actually for? Because the only people who are going to see this is me and you guys are the sector. Nobody else is gonna see this shit, and everybody's gonna see it. We're just gonna make fun of you. It's crazy.
It was sent in like.
Also, this stream is now archived because he got rid of all the former streams, So it's instantly been archived. I archived it myself. I have a copy on a hard drive someplace. So it's never going anywhere. If you want to delete it again, dumbass, retard.
March of 2024 or June. It was sent way prior to, and mind you, her and I signed a stipulation that said we won't use anything prior to January 3rd of 2025 as a basis for filing a future DVRO, right? That's what she's facing contempt for right now, because this filing is a basis.
Hold on.
Her and I signed a stipulation that said we won't use anything prior to January 3rd of 2025.
Wow, that's an extremely arbitrary start date.
As a basis for filing.
The divorce didn't even start, hold on, when they started getting a divorce? Was it early 2024 or late 2023? Anyway, it's like a late, that's over a year beyond when the divorce happened. So I think it was like late 2023. Corruption Point, thank you for $2, dude. Did he really come back to stream on his wife? Yes, he actually came back to do a 2-hour stream shitting on his ex-wife. He actually did that.
That's what she's facing contempt for right now, because this filing of hers is littered with stuff that happened prior to that. Because we haven't been in the same fight. We've only been in a couple hand or a couple arm lengths vicinity of each other once since November 6th of 2024, by the way. So over a year. I haven't contacted her family in over a year. I haven't contacted any of her friends in over a year. I have
always home. This is probably the reason why he doesn't want to. This is probably the real reason why he doesn't want to see a lawyer, because he doesn't want to be told, shut up, stop talking. That's what Ariana's lawyer told her. That's what her attorney told her. Just shut the fuck up. Just don't say anything else about this beyond what you've already said. But Vickers, he would never take that advice. He wants to talk about everything. He wants to bring everything up all the time to as many people as possible. I don't know why he wants to, but he does, right?
Never contacted her.
And he's never going to not be like that.
Coworkers or boss or employer at any point ever. Before or after any of it.
Oh, yeah, and for those of you guys who are just tuning in, that is, in the corner right here, that's his mistress, his satanic mistress he was cheating on his wife with, who he's known for like 20 years, right? Who he swears there was nothing going on until after the divorce, but,
Which she also says that I do, and no, that's never happened. And you can't prove a negative, but you can prove the positive. It should be easy enough to show that I've contacted a coworker, and she'll never be able to do it. It's never fucking happened. So, hi, Retha. I would like to politely request that you do your best not to discuss me in a negative light with any of my children, even Faith. I understand that you are Ariana's emotional support. I have no interest in interfering with that relationship, but I would have assumed that you'd understand that things Ariana tells you are coming solely from her context, and at least a few of the things I'm hearing are outright lies. I'm not in the position to, nor do I think it is incumbent upon me to add context or point out lies. I've tried this once and you refuse to believe me. That's fine. You should be in your daughter's corner, just as I am now in my daughter's corner, basically in Faith's corner. I'm not going to fight with Ariana about this. I already know what her tactics are, but Faith and Ethan alienating her children, that was that's me abusing my mother-in-law. I felt that way. Wow. Who is that and said, and then this, oh God, she includes, when I did my response, I included the message.
When did he stop talking about Ralph? Let's see. Stop talking about Ralph. I think it was around here. Okay, so half of this was dedicated to Ralph and the other half was dedicated to seething about Ariana.
Showed context to what she had here. So she responded to me. I had told her,
is the mistress hot? Hold up. Let me look. Hold on. I know we have photos of her. Give me a second. I'll I can look it up real quick. She's not heinous, right? I mean, it's slim pickings. She's like a 50-year-old Satanist. So the pickings are slim in that category. Let me see. Should be right. No. That's not it. Maybe if I look this way. And then, let's see. Okay. There we go. There was also a rumor of a second mistress, which I don't believe. I don't believe that one. Okay, here she is. Hold up. Right here. No, that's not it. There we go. All right, here you go. This is the mistress. No. Is that the second mistress? No, I think that's the second mistress. Hold up. Hold on. Let me go Blake. Go Blake for a minute. Because sometimes you can't always look at things that are on Kiwi. No. What the fuck am I doing? It is not that hard to navigate through this site, I swear. I'm just stupid. There she is. Here is she. Oh no, I guess that was her. Okay, so here's this. This is actually better because now we got the backstory too. Okay, so this is the mistress. This is the mistress, right? So Amber Boardman Schwab, it was just the same name we saw earlier, right? Dear friends, my husband, Alan Schwab, ended his life on Friday, February 28th after prolonged intense physical and mental health challenges. It's not funny, right? It's not funny, but like her husband killed herself shortly before she would end up with Matthew Vickers. So, you know, just saying, that's a weird quinky-dink. That's a weird coincidence there. Husband, your hubby offs himself, and then you end up getting with Mr. Vickers later. I wonder if there was any motive. I wonder if your hubby found out some information. He found out you were fucking some fat loser, and then he decided he couldn't go on with life anymore. I don't know. You know, that's just a conspiracy theory, though, on my part. But we've seen crazier conspiracy theories come true when it comes to the Vickers clan. Yo, thank you, George Oswald, 1270. Thank you for the $5. Saw you on Nick's stream last night. Great video. Can't wait to watch more from you. Oh, well, thank you, brother. I got a video coming out later this month. Probably in another 2 weeks. I'm trying to aim for Christmas. Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. One of the two. Holy shit. Red Fescue, 5035. Thank you for the $19.99, dude. Thank you a lot, man. I appreciate that.
Oh, yes. So my 11-year-old continually comes to me, and these kids, I think that she thinks, and I don't know, so I'm not stating this for a fact.
What was that about? Oh, I was just showing pictures. I was just showing some pictures of his mistress, of Vickers' mistress right here. People were wondering what she looks like. That's what she looks like, and that's her ex-husband. Well, not widowed husband. Widowed husband who killed himself shortly before she ended up with Vickers, allegedly. She may have already been with Vickers before he killed himself. Who knows? Only they know, really, but, you know, we can, like, give educated guesses and whatnot.
That she thinks that when they get here, we exchange custody on Mondays, or custody visitation time, parenting time. Get them once a week at a time.
I missed one? Oh, wait, I know exactly what you're talking about. I did miss one. Here, Thank you for telling me. Gator H1411. Thank you for the $4.99. I cheated to win a commentary community blood sports event called Waterball to get $200. Anyway, why the fuck is Vickers back? Vickers came... There's really no good reason for... There's actually no good answer as to why Vickers came back. There's no good answer I can give you. He shouldn't have come back. He should have stayed locked off forever. He came back because his ex-wife is they're in court right now, and she's accused him of rape, so he's suing her for defamation. But he's also suing Ethan Ralph for defamation because Ethan Ralph is supporting her claims, even though technically Ralph didn't do that. And also Ralph is in court for, I don't know, sharing a picture of his son. So it's courtception. And Vickers came to the internet to explain all of that to us, even though he really could have just kept this private business to themselves, right? But the Vickers, they can't do that. Corruption Point, thanks for the $2 again. She says 3 out of 10, but still out of Vickers League. Very true.
I just sit them down and I go, all right, you guys, let me know all the antics that your mom's been up to. No, that literally never happens. Ethan, does that ever happen?
No. In fact, I think you've had to.
He didn't come back mentally ill. He's always been mentally ill, like literally.
Had to.
He's never not been like this. That's the crazy part.
Keep me in check before.
Yeah, because it's just not the way that I want things here. But I also am torn because I want to give my kids a safe place, and they don't feel, as far as expressing themselves.
Why'd you lose the house then? Want to give them a safe place? You know what's a safe place? A stone building with 4 walls that you lost, that got foreclosed on.
Told me this time and again, they don't feel like it's a safe place over there. When they've expressed concerns, they're either ignored, they're talked down to, or they're told that, Gideon, the 11-year-old, outright, what he told me was that he's talked to her, and he, last week, wanted me to get in touch with her and try to negotiate as the other parent.
I genuinely didn't think I would be, like, sitting here talking about Matthew Vickers again. I swear, every time I've ever made a video, hold on, let me go to my own channel real quick. Every time I have ever made a video about anybody, I always thought it would be a one and done. I thought, okay, I'm only going to talk about Review Tech USA once. I'm only going to talk about the Cometscape people once. I'm only going to talk about Movie Bob once. I'm only going to talk about Nick Fuentes once. Surely, Vicious Vickers of all people, I won't be revisiting that guy. And here we are. Somehow here we are, right? And it was literally like 2 months. Vickers had been gone for the better part of 2 years when I put out this video. And within 2 months, he comes back. Dude.
And say, he doesn't want to hear about...
I got good timing, I'll say that. Yeah, I got good timing.
Anymore. He feels like he's been keeping her up, that she's been keeping him up at night to talk about all the woes of me. And when he's expressed this, she said, no, I have to talk about it. And so, again, I don't know if it's happening for sure, but that's what came out of my son's mouth. Something that usually he's just like, I just need to get this off my chest. Don't bring it up with her because then she's going to start issues and I don't want to deal with that. I'm like, that's fine. You know, and I'm sure they do more talking to their brothers and that's fine. But when the minor kids are in a stressful situation, yeah, they're going to have to vent. And
yeah, Dog Zero, I know what the feeling is now. It's crazy.
But they do. And
I guess that's just that's what makes lol cows. They never learn.
I'm not going to stop.
They just don't know how to stop.
Anything because I understand also that they're minors and that they want to vent. But when they specifically come to me and say, I need you to talk to mom about this because it's starting to get crazy, then yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do it every time unapologetically because I owe them to listen to them. I don't owe her to listen to her.
What you're trying to say is you want to support them, but you do not want to gossip.
Yes. So this
what is this? Wait, hold on. What is this? What is this if not gossip? I don't want to gossip. What is this besides like a gossip stream? And it's the worst type of gossip stream. It's gossip where it's like your tea is what's being spilled. That's the worst type of gossip stream. Gossip stream, you should be spilling other people's tea, right? That's basically what my streams are. I'm just spilling tea. I'm a tea channel, you know. It's a gay way to put it, you know, but that's basically what it is. I just talk about drama, tea, commentary. It's all the same shit. We're being real, right? Even the sector, you could just say the sector is just like an uglier version, just an uglier, less filtered version, more subhuman, populated version of like the normal commentary community and the other communities on YouTube, right? That's all these are. But it's like, why are you spilling tea on yourselves? Why are you doing that?
Gideon kept telling Ethan, like on more than one occasion at this point, well, mom says if you want to come along, you know, to the river, you can. You just have to agree. You know, all you guys have to do is mutually agree that you know, change the stipulation order. So
Which is a violation of the order.
Right. She's not allowed to contact via a third party.
The third party,
right?
Yeah.
And so again, maybe Gideon misunderstood. It's possible. So nobody's gonna make a big deal of it. But in the messages, in the messages prior to this, I went ahead and I told her, look, Gideon said this a couple times. I don't know if that's what was said, but you should understand. I've read the kids like stipulation order. It doesn't have the clause where you guys can just where you guys can just agree.
Why does he keep pretending like we're going to believe that he didn't write all of the orders, all of the motions? Obviously, you're doing all of this because you want to be play pretend lawyer. Obviously.
That it doesn't work.
I don't believe for a second any of your kids have ever like written any legal document themselves at all.
It's going to take a court order to fix it.
Yeah.
And it's coming dangerously close to contacting through a third party. So this is just me letting you know that that's what Gideon's saying, right? One of the minor children, mind you. Her response is, let me make this clear. You have no right to discuss this with me. By doing so, you are breaking our order. This has nothing to do with our minor children. Gideon. It is harassment to do so. No, it's not. I'm telling you to stop. Okay. I have told you countless times to stop harassing me. How? I will stop. I will.
I mean, you say harassment. What is this stream? What is this stream, Vickers? This is like 2 hours long stream, and honestly, over half of it, right? Because let's say we cut out the beginning. If we cut out the beginning, right? He's really been talking about his wife longer than he's been talking about Ralph. Would this not count? Like, it's just weird. It's just weird how he thinks this isn't going to affect his court shit at all, right? It's going to be terrible. Plus, this is on Kiwi Farms. This stream already archived on Kiwi Farms. So if Ariana does want to use it, if her attorney does want to use this in the future, they're going to be able to.
Have to pursue legal action since you will not stop. To which I can just respond, wow. I will advise you that Cleet represents me in this case.
Oh, Dog Zero, normie commentary is becoming more sectorized even as the actual. Yes, I have noticed that, right? I have noticed that, like, the sector has somehow been, I don't know, contaminating other communities on YouTube. It's weird, right? They keep popping up, right? I always feel like the sector guys have always had, well, not just sector, but the sector skeptics, former IBS dudes. There should be like another collective term for all of these people. Former Gamergate guys. I always feel like these guys have had a disproportionate amount of influence around the internet for some reason, right? I don't know why, but they are spreading. The Kino Casino, they're kind of like low-key, not mainstream, but they're in H3's mouths. They're like, iDubbbz and Anissa consider them top ops of them. Like, they're some of their biggest. Jeremy, the Quartering, literally, he changed the name of one of his channels because, like, their videos on him were beating them in the algorithm and shit, right? You guys said that, somebody said that Nicholas Diorio reacted to one of my videos about Dark Viper. Okay, I guess how much of a sector member? I guess I like sector lore guy, I guess, right?
With anyone but you, or not, doesn't represent, because I was making the suggestion, if you need to contact the kids, it's never against any rules of any court to make peaceful contact through an attorney. There is no order that can allow that in California.
Oh yeah, DSP went hard into the sector. He dove in, right? DSP is the only dude besides Matthew Vickers who went all in. He like squeezed his nose and then he just cannonballed into the sector. And I guess he technically did get more out of it than Vickers did somehow.
You can always.
He got a lot of money. He got a lot of money from getting affiliated with the Kino Casino. I mean, he's got this sector stench on him, but is he really that much stinkier than he was before? I don't know.
Peaceful contact or an attorney. Anyway. What else did she include in here? Let's see some.
Quiet Rioter, thanks for the $5. Vickers, it's time to stop. You owe the federal government $300K. You are now less than Ralph in the Quartering. Technically, that is true.
Easy words by Matt.
Ralph's
again,
financial woes are not as bad as Mr. Vickers.
This is what she put in her DVRO filing.
Also, he doesn't have an ex-wife who's fucking calling him a rapist.
About my phone line. Oops, sorry to my mic.
What fun one?
The phone line. That's what I enjoy that one.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't remember what that one was.
Oh, George.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks for the $2 again. Was a great video. That's where I came from.
She includes this too. Man. I tell her, because she was carrying everybody's plan for way longer than needed to happen. I'm not going to go into the details, but it could have been fixed a long time before this was written. Anyway, Ethan got in his own plan because, let's just say some people have the capacity to like, well, I'm doing this so I can act however I want because I'm paying this. No. So everybody's been kind of in this rush, like, okay, get out from under the thumb. Like, get your own stuff, handle it yourself. And if you can't pay for it, don't pay for it that month. Find a way to pay for it later. So I say, so I let her know I can't see the date on this. I can't remember if it was before or after the order. Anyway, I said, you may discontinue Ethan's line from your cell phone plan at your earliest convenience. He no longer needs to be on it. Oh no. What a bastard I am. Siri response, this does not concern the minor children. Do not message me again about things that are not relevant to the minor children. I consider this harassment. What? I'm literally trying to save you money by being polite. So that's more abusive, Matt. This is literally, she's putting this, these are her exhibits, ladies and gentlemen, for how she's been abused. Oh. Here's my favorite.
Vickers really overestimates his IQ. There's always been a weakness. Well, that's a weakness of every lolcow, thinking that they're way smarter than they actually are. But with him, it's really bad, right? And he thinks that he's this clever shock jock. He's this dude who's above everybody. He's this mastermind, all this gay ops and shit. And despite being proven to be none of those things, like in a very public and embarrassing way over the last 5 years, he keeps up the act as if he is.
Again, it's an out of context message where I start by, there's messages previous to this, and this is a message to her from me where all the kids were here and I was just screwing around on the computer and they said something about her current boyfriend. I mentioned his name, which I'll be honest, I can't even remember right now because I don't care. And they were like, oh, we better not say that, mom will kill us. And so there's been this big thing where I tell the kids one thing over here. One thing to the minor kids, there's no secrets over here. If you see or hear something and you feel like telling mom, go ahead and tell her. I have nothing to hide.
Yes, Princey, that is exactly what he's doing. He's literally going through all of this legal shit on stream.
No secrets. That's how so much of this bullshit started, was somebody telling, I'm going to say somebody, I'm not talking about me, telling the kids. Oh.
See, here's the thing. Doing something like this would work if you're like Dick Masterson and like you're in a lawsuit with some dumbass like he was with Maddox, right? That was Dick Masterson's peak because he had an opponent that was just so incompetent that it made him look good and stuff, and he would just openly talk about the lawsuit and shit, and he would make a ton of money and he would make him look like a fool and whatnot. Now, none of this changes the fact that everything in Dick Masterson's life is a gift from Maddox, right? His career, his book deal, the name of his show, his baby mama, like literally everything he has is just a hand-me-down from Maddox. But he did at least get the W of the lawsuit saga. He's not in this. Matthew Vickers is not in one of those scenarios. His wife is objectively more competent than him, just on the principle that she bothered to get a lawyer for this shit, and he doesn't, which is why he's talking about this publicly right now.
Oh, don't tell your dad I know. Don't tell your dad I said that. Don't tell your dad he's a rapist. He doesn't know yet. I'm still in the fucking dark about it. And so it for lack of a better word, kind of breaks my heart when the little kids are sitting here going like, oh, don't say his mom would kill us. They're having to carry this, so I'm telling her, I just start right here. It's perfect.
Nigga, you don't care. Nigga, you don't care about how your kids feel. Shut up.
Chat, fucking chime in and you tell me if this is abuse. Nonetheless, it is an extremely unfair burden to put on small children. They should not have the responsibility of keeping your secrets for fear of reprisal. I would very much like this habit to stop. If you want
again, I think that there really was a good reason why Faith wanted to leave home as soon as she did at 18, even if it meant like running into the arms of a dude like Ethan Ralph. I think there's a reason for that.
To tell me something, then don't tell them. Or if you don't want them to tell me something, then
I think there's a reason she has all the issues she has.
Don't tell them. Your secrets, just like mine, are our own responsibilities. And
never forget that when Faith did go off to elope with Ethan Ralph, never forget that the grand master plan of Mr. Vickers to get her to come home was to turn off her phone service, right? Because he said he paid for that. Since she wanted to be an adult, he turned off her phone, which, made her more reliant on Ethan Ralph because she now literally couldn't call anyone and she had to get all her money from him, right? Brilliant plan, Vickers, right?
Own burdens. They are not appropriate.
He also threatened to arrest her because, she took her school laptop and a pair of her brother's shoes with her, and he threatened to, put charges on her for that. This dude is a retard.
Appropriately developed, this being the minor children are not appropriately developed to handle that level of stress. I've had to make sacrifices here. I have a really fun job, and I do mopping up shit at the Chevron, which is very interesting and leads to a lot of good stories, mopping up shit at the Chevron. And I can't even...
He's joking. But he probably does have some really shitty job that he hates just to pay the bills now.
Than where I work.
Because what else does he do? Does he still run his coin shop? Let me see. Does he even still have let me see. What happens if I type in Rockland Coin Shop? Okay, Rockland Coin Shop. Do they even have a website anymore? Okay, we go to nothing. Okay, I cannot see. I'm gonna try and find it. Okay, let's go over here. Rockland Coin Shop, Rockland. Okay, rocklandcoinshop.net. And oh no, empty domain. Okay. This is the one, by the way, right? This is the shop that he used to own. And the last post was in 2024, January 2024. Okay. Okay, let's go to their Facebook, right? It's closed. Nah, this is permanently closed. So yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what he does now. I really don't. I have no idea what he does for work.
What I do because
he might actually be a Janny. Quiet Rider, thanks for the $5. Sticks abandoned his wife and kid, but at least he never left them in dire financial straits like Vickers. When Sticks is better than you, you just lost. Yeah, Sticks. Also, hold on. We'll look at that in a minute. We'll look at Sticks getting arrested. Sticks got arrested and he was wearing his Jack Sparrow LARP get up while the police were arresting him and shit. He was dressed like a pirate.
To make them worry about not telling you. My 2 minor children don't know where I work because they don't need to worry about keeping that secret, which they won't.
Wait, what?
And I can't even tell them where I work or what I do because it is not fair to them to make them worry about not telling you. My 2 minor children don't know where I work because they don't need to worry about keeping that secret, which they won't because they're 11 and 8. I can't make that expectation of them.
His family doesn't even know where he works. What? Like, hold up. Vickers, are you turning tricks? Is Vickers turning tricks to pay the bills now? Is this the level we're at? Is that the real reason you won't tell your kids where you work now? Are you working in them streets, Vickers? You going out with them knee pads on, Vickers? I mean, times are desperate, so I could understand.
They're little kids.
I mean, I can't think of anything else. I can't think of any other reason why you wouldn't tell, like, your kids what you're doing for a living unless, I don't know, you're doing something that can't be properly taxed. And we know what type of jobs those are.
They tell her, and she may not intentionally do anything at first to try and fuck with my employer, fuck up my job or anything else like that, but you better best believe if she ends up telling Ethan Ralph that he'll do something. Now, I'm good at my job, mopping up shit at the Chevron, so I don't really think mopping up shit at the Chevron comes with amazing health benefits. I don't think that it's going to cause any problem, but I like my employer and I like my coworkers too, and I don't want them to have to deal with the headache of...
Wait, hold up. Dog Zero. I've been doing the Sticks Threat Wars. It's pretty insane. There's literally 5 different evil X's with shifting alliances. It is reaching a good point for a doc if you're looking for a new topic. Wow.
The fucking shitstorm.
That's crazy. Sticks has reached, maximum hoes mad. But, he fucked up and the hoes actually... They're ruining his life, right? He underestimated the hoes, right?
That is Ethan Oliver Ralph. Anyway, so regardless of...
It's like when Nick Fuentes triggered all those women with his Your Body, Our Choice tweet. He, reached critical levels of hoes mad, and it ended with him having to, turn himself in, and him almost getting killed by some dude in a bike helmet.
How miserable that is for me, and it is miserable not being...
Look, dude, don't underestimate angry women. If you're gonna piss off women, don't piss off too many of them. Don't piss off too many vindictive women. They will fuck your shit up eventually.
Probably share fun stories from workshop mopping shit at the Chevron with my minor kids. That sucks. I keep to it. That is keeping that shit to myself because I would rather do that than emotionally abuse my children.
See, this is what Vickers is doing. He's about to fuck around and find out because he keeps trying. He's gonna reach maximum levels of hoes mad with his wife. He basically already did that. That's why she beat his ass and accused him of raping her.
Now, for anybody who wants to theorize, he's not telling his wife where he works because child support, blah, blah, blah. Nope. I would happily disclose my employer to the court because I can do it confidentially and they can make the calculations based on that. The court can have all of my paychecks and know who my employer is and all of that stuff. Would never hesitate to turn that over. I have no problem with it because she doesn't get to see that information, right? She would only get to see what the final order is, which would have nothing to do with who my employer is. So no, that's not why I don't want her to know. There's something about it's all kind of crazy stuff she says, and then reasonable responses from me.
Okay, wait. So there was a united league of evil exes, but it was shattered a few times, and one of them is an open female cuck simp for sticks. Oh, she's the one who made the arrest vid? Wow. So like there's there's an evil ex Civil War with all these. Wow, that's actually crazy.
Oh, she says I lied to the mortgage company about her not
Well, this is why you don't do the polycule. Don't do polycules. Either be in a committed relationship or just be like a regular fuckboy who goes from one woman to the next. Don't try and stay in two lanes at once, because it always ends badly.
And this was abusive, by the way. I wrote the mortgage company because she's refusing to sign mortgage modification docs, right? So she's going to let this house go into foreclosure. That's fine. I have other plans. I don't have to pay for the whole thing by myself then, and I get to downsize. Not a huge secret, but the mortgage company absolutely gave us modification docs. And at that point, I'm like, okay, fine. You don't want me to have the house.
No, the only bilge. Sticks wouldn't be Scott Pilgrim. He would be Ramona Flowers in this scenario.
Coin shop shit. Fine. Well, can we just sign the modification docs? Keep the
because
house
the evil exes are his. I feel bad for whatever woman is going to be his Scott Pilgrim. That's going to be pretty rough for her.
We can sell it and pay off a bunch of debt, right? Pay off the debt. Nope. No, because I want you to have, the mortgage company needs to do this and this and this, and this needs to be in writing. Okay, well, the mortgage company is not going to modify their documents based on your silly whims. So, anyway, so that's what I told the mortgage company. And I told the IRS, I'm like, I tried everything I know how to do with this person to get them to sign the modification docs so that IRS, you could be paid off. Close to it, at least. Almost certainly paid off given the amount of equity that's in the house. And that mortgage company, you don't have to foreclose, right? You just get the house sold and get your loan paid back. NARP. So, yeah. I explained that to those companies that she refused to sign under the oh gosh, my brain's starting to fail on me, people. I had to get to work.
Turn the mic off like a retard. Now I gotta go back.
Modification docs. So the mortgage company, and I told the IRS, I'm like, I tried everything I know how to do with this person to get them to sign the modification docs so that IRS, you could be paid off. Close to it, at least.
What?
Well, certainly paid off given the amount of equity that's in the house. And that mortgage company, you don't have to foreclose, right? You just get the house sold and get your loan paid back. NARP. So yeah, I explained that to those companies that she refused to sign under the
Is this dude still trying to run game with all of his debtors? Dude, you gotta give up. You gotta just accept the fact that you're fucked, and you just you gotta come with a payment plan and just be straight up with it. You're not going to be able to finagle and scheme your way out of this anymore, right? It's done.
Oh, gosh. My brain's starting to fail on me, people. I had to get to work at like 5:45. Under the provisions that the mortgage company allowed, she refused to sign under those provisions. So
I would refuse to sign too. I'm not signing shit with you anymore. After all the debt that you've accrued over the years, fuck that.
So she got mad. That was abuse, right? I CC'd her on the letters so that there wasn't any, I'm not trying to hide. Anyway, so it just keeps going. Long story short, this is all of it. Like I guarantee there's shittier things that I said at some point. Like I said, especially that first year, I was kind of a mess, man. I went through my own personal hell until I realized, ooh, God damn, that was for the best, right? It took me a while to figure it out. So I don't know that there's a copy of the letters. I took a picture of the letter and then put the picture in the filing. Can't even read half of it. I included the full letters. And she got mad here. This is the one thing.
Okay, so it's like the reason why you left. So it was a confirmation now. The reason why you left is all because of the divorce. Literally 100%. It wasn't because of any of the other stuff that was going on that should have made him leave like years earlier. It was literally just the divorce. And now he has the confidence to come back. And he's just going to stick around. He said he's going to stick around for another 2 years. Okay. That's kind of insane. I don't understand what he gets out of being here, though.
Cop to in the response is she got mad because she said, you changed the password on the mortgage account, so I can't even go on and look. And I'm like, you can get your own password. You're a joint owner on the account. There's nothing that's ever been stopping you from doing anything with this mortgage or seeing anything. It's like, it's legally impossible for me to hide. So I did say, when she said that, I did not change anything on the account. You're the joint owner on the account and can just get your own damn access to the account. Quit screwing around. We're going to go into default rather than pay off a huge chunk of taxes because you're being naive. Knock it off. And then when I changed the password, I changed it to Ariana is naive 95946 exclamation point. Sure, I could have handled that differently. I admitted to that in the filing. Is it even close to abuse under the DVPA? No, sirree, Bob. And again, I'm not saying anything here.
It's a little silly.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything here that I'm not going to say in court because that's if she decides to go through with the DVRO. They scheduled it for her birthday. Her 49th birthday is going to be spent losing in court. on a DVR that's never going to get granted.
Are you sure you're gonna win? Are you? I don't understand where he gets the confidence that he's going to like be victorious in court from. Like, you don't have the track record to have this sort of confidence, Mr. Vickers. You have a very, very, very bad track record when it comes to court, brother.
Right? And I already offered her. And I withdrew the offer because she wanted to get lawyers.
Like, when I win, like, she's going to lose in court. Are you sure?
I said, why don't we, because the judge thinks it's silly, you drop the DVRO, I'll drop the contempt, and we could just move on. Everybody here knows that I made that offer. When I say here, I mean at the household. And reasonable heads can prevail, and we can just get back on with our lives. Right? Nope. She wanted to talk to her attorney. What attorney? She doesn't have an attorney repping her for the DVRO. She is her attorney. She has a court-appointed attorney, right, free for her to handle the contempt. She's not spent a dime fighting the lawsuit. She didn't even respond to it. Not one filing, right? So what's this legal battle? It's not a battle if you don't fight, right? There has to be two.
That's not how that works, right? That's not how that works at all. What do you mean?
People battling. The only lawyer she's paid is her lawyer who's handling the divorce.
Do you have a lawyer? Do you have a lawyer at all? Do you have a lawyer or retainer at all, brother? Because your wife having one automatically puts her at a significant advantage over you.
Right? And that's not what any of this has to do with. So what is all this cost from legal battles and the stress from legal battles? Just quit doing stuff that's going to get you in trouble. Right? That's all. Same as Ralph. Stop doing shit that's going to get you into trouble. We are coming up on almost the 2-hour mark. I'm going to go take a second, Vickers, and then I think there's just a few more things I wanted to cover. I don't even think there's a few more things I wanted to cover. And I can open it up to chat for questions if you want, as long as you're nice, as you
I'm
can
also going
see.
to take a Vickers.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Well, I'm not going to burden Mr.
Like
Vickers
father, like son.
with holding down the channel. So I'm going to put on the brakes.
What a shitty co-host. Like, you wait until your dad has to go take a shit so you can take a shit too on the stream. Just leave his mistress to carry the show. What a failure. Can't even like carry your dad's shitty podcast with him. What a loser.
And we'll be right back. Where is the break screen? Oh, there it is. Be right back, you guys.
Okay, hold on. Let me I'm gonna fast forward through that because fuck that.
Yes, actually, we came up with that name. Funny story when Troy JT2252 says Gideon as in the Bible character. Yes, actually, we came up with that name.
Is he just talking
William
to chat
was
now?
originally going to be all these pretty pink clothes. Faith was so excited to have a little sister. Damn guy comes out with male junk. Didn't have a boy's name picked out, so we just took mine and reversed it. So I'm out. And then Thaddeus was middle name was meant to be Change. I eat something, and if he actually claimed it, no, he was just screwing.
Why are you telling us all this shit about your kids, dude? Like, I don't he's crazy. He's actually insane. And you know what? Hold up. All right, we're basically done with it. We're basically done with Vickers, right? So we're going to move on. Give me a second. We're going to move on to Sticks. Vickers is retarded. There's no point for us to spend any more time on him. He's a dumbass. He always will be. He came back after all this time to get up to the exact same stuff that he's been doing for years. Nothing has changed whatsoever, right? So we're going to, hold on. I just want to look at their arrest video. Let's see. It should be sticky. There's no way it wasn't like highlighted by a mod on Kiwi Farms. It's the type of thing, right? It's the type of thing that gets the mods will do it themselves. Oh shit, you were not joking. You were not joking about this you were joking about the Evil X shit. There's a lot. I just found like a lot of DMs from there. Let's see. You know, fuck it. I'll just go to Twitter. I'll just go to Twitter and look it up. That's probably where I can find it anyway. There it is. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's a very short video, but that's fine. That's fine. It can be short. Hold on, I'm about to put it on for you guys. This is Sticks getting arrested. Let's go.
I just had a case dismissed for violation of the rules. And who did I assault? I'm sorry? Just dismissed his
Look at this! Look at this motherfucker! With the pentagram necklace.
I
Yes.
had a case dismissed for violation of the rules. And who did I assault? I'm sorry?
They just dismissed his case yesterday.
They just dismissed my case.
Doesn't make any
I was
fucking sense.
in court yesterday. They dismissed my case.
It's like, actually, he dresses like this every day. Every day he like goes through, he puts this shit on. And then he like puts the, why the hat? See, here's the thing. You could dress like this and you could like just call yourself goth or, you know, a goth bad boy, you know, R.I.P. Kid Cobra, something like that. But then he has to put on the hat, and that's just when things get silly, right? All of this already kind of excessive. You could at least like put this off for a style. But why the hat though, bro? Why?
Okay.
And Samantha Keister is the complainant?
I don't think that there is. Yes, please do record this.
Hey, sir. No. Okay, all right.
No, I do have a lighter in my pocket. That's not all. Please call legal bro.
That is that. Imagine that, dude. Imagine being his dad. Imagine being his father. Look at him. He's just reading shit.
Please call
Just watching it. He's like, how did I get in this situation? Where did I go wrong? Where did I go wrong as a parent? That my pirate son, my Jack Sparrow cosplay son, my Jack Sparrow pagan demon worshipping son is being taken away by the cops. my Jack Sparrow cosplay demon worshipping still lives with me son is being dragged away by the cops, man. How does it happen like that?
I'll carry everything. Thank you.
I was just filming, sir. Thank you.
Any evidence related to this
Okay. So that's how things are going for Sticks. And it was for look, here we go. It was for negligent discharge of a firearm. And there we go. Hold up. What the fuck? There has to be a way. Open this up at another page. There we go. Oh, look at that guy right there. Look at that handsome face. Hold up. Ah, shit. You know what? Here I go. Here we go. Look at that handsome face right there, guys. That handsome fella. Arrested by the police. Arrested by the police for being too handsome. For being too much of a goth bad boy. For worshiping Stolas too hard. That's what they arrested him for. Oh, shit, dude. Well, anyway. Sorry, that's what's going on with Sticks. So, I don't know. That's basically it. That's basically all I had for you guys. Wait, what the fuck? That's basically all I had. That's basically all I have for you guys this stream. Vickers is back. Sticks is arrested. And the sector marches on as if nothing has changed in the last 3 or 4 years. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. I can't believe Stolas would do that to him. Yeah, I don't understand. Sticks is like Stolas' strongest soldier, and he just lets him get arrested. He just like lets him go to jail. He didn't even go to, not even for like beating that one woman. Not even for beating a woman this time, but for like negligently discharging a firearm. That's crazy. I didn't even know that Sticks was allowed to own a firearm. You would think as much of an alcoholic as he is, right? And also his history of like beating women, that he wouldn't be allowed to own one. But I guess not, right? The one who he beat is the one who just, okay. Oh, I see what you say. Oh, the discharges. Oh, she's been, okay, I see what the plan is. She found some shit. She brought some old stuff up to get him put away. Okay. See, that's what somebody who actually knows how to op properly looks like. Mr. Vickers wouldn't know nothing about that. Mr. Vickers would never be able to take Ralph down the way that Styx' ex just did, right? Styx has the worst ops, and they're all like his exes. Having an evil ex really is the worst type of op you could ever have. Maybe the only op worse than that is an ex who you had a kid with. Because she failed in the scheme that resulted in a charge that got dismissed yesterday. So this was the new plan. All right, well, it's a good plan. Shit. Damn, she's putting in that work and it's paying off. Anyway, this stream was actually a last minute sort of thing. I actually wanted to talk about Cometsgate, right? I want to talk about Cometsgate again because Gamer from Mars, he made a new video. Hold on, let me pull this back up again. And wait, whoa, what the fuck? Ron Jeremy. He made a Ron Jeremy documentary? Oh, wow. Okay. That's not what we're looking at, though. I wanted to look at this. He made a Cometsgate documentary. The cartoonist who destroyed the comic industry. This actually wasn't a name. The original name was The Cartoonist Who Destroyed Marvel. Which also, I don't know. Both of these are bad titles. I don't know. I haven't watched this video. But I do remember the Gamer from Mars, he made this one video about Coach Red Pill, and I was surprised. I was actually very surprised by how good this video turned out to be. It was short. It's only 20 minutes, right? But I don't know, so this could be good. But we'll watch it next time. That'll be for the next show. Also, I do have one other stream that I want to do on... No, it'll be Monday. I'll save that for Monday. That's going to be a big stream. Anyway, I'm still working on that video. I still have it planned to come out either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. One of the two. Right? So look out for that. And that's basically it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for laughing at Vickers with me. Appreciate it. Oh, wait. One more thing. Before I leave, I keep forgetting to do this. I don't know why. I keep forgetting to do this every time. Let me give you guys the link. Let me give you guys the link again to the playlist that I put all the VODs in. There it is. They changed the net. No wonder I keep getting lost. They changed what it looked like. Here. Stickman LLC C1, thank you, bro. How accurate do you think Gamer Mars Dark will be? I mean, we'll see. 1 hour really is not enough to talk about Cometsgate. Okay, so I just put in the link to the playlist. The playlist you guys can see. There you go. That's the playlist. All the VODs. This VOD will also go in this playlist as soon as I end it. And, alright, that's it. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in.